What do you feel? Nothing.
Hello. Welcome. Okay, hopefully my phone didn't, because I took a few days off stream and I didn't have my phone plugged in, and even though nothing was on and all the programs were closed, it died a little bit. So hopefully my face tracking lasts till the end of the stream. How's everybody doing? Hello. Thank you for 61 minus Marba. And the tier 3 bonk. Hello. Hi, monkey. Hi, little hello. Erwin, hello. Hi. Hello. How is everybody doing? Hi. Hello. Hi. How is everybody? Hello. Rafida, Cosmic Panda, hello. Hi. How is everybody? Do you have a picture of both of them that I can put up on screen? Yeah. Well, just like you were taking pictures today, so I wasn't sure if you got a better one than the one I have of them both in the crate. That's all you have too. Thank you for the hydrate. You've been drinking spicy water? Is that like another name for alcohol? Is that just another thing, like way of talking about alcohol? Hello. Hi, Rafita. Hi, Like. How are you guys doing? Hi. How is everybody today? Thanks for coming and hanging out. Okay. There we go. Hi. Hello. How is everybody doing today? Hello. Okay. Okay. Hi. I'm hello. Kendra, hello. How are you doing? Hi. I'm not doing well. Oh, like, I'm sorry. Things haven't been good. I'm sending you loves and hope stuff gets better soon. Play a new event that just started in Genshin. How is it? How is it? Is it fun? Is it fun? What kind of? And thank you! If you guys are new here, I'm Mizuki, the 3D VTuber in a Unity engine, and my model runs in its own little video game and stuff, and we have a ton of fun. And yeah, welcome. How is everybody doing? Hello. I honestly won't. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Things will get better. Everything. It just takes time when shit hits the fan. But I hope you start feeling better soon. And sending my love. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Oh my god. Chat. You have no idea what we've been through in the last 48 hours. Like, oh my god. Oh my gosh. Like, Oh, it has been. It's been some freaking 20 or 48 hours, man. I like that heart. That's really cute. Did you see Code Miko stream today? She was like, I know, she looks so pretty. I went and said hi. I guess she got a microscope. She's gonna be looking at stuff under a microscope for fun. Which is really cute. It's really cute. It's really cute. Yeah, she looks so pretty. I guess she went out today. Shit really hit the fan. If you ever are down, that's all. Please, like, if you like want to DM me or want to DM Nerva, you can message us. I've been super tired and my social battery is absolutely kaput, but I'm here to like listen and stuff. Even if I'm slow at responding, I hope that's okay. And then Nerva flies out tomorrow. He is gonna go to Oklahoma to meet up with his family, and they're all going to Mexico for a vacation. I was invited, but when they were buying the tickets and planning it, it was during February when I was having all my blood pressure issues, and that wasn't going too hot. So at the end of the day, it's probably for the best that I'm not going. But yeah, yeah. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm only a little jealous. I've never went on a vacation like that. One of them must be named Peepo. We have no names. It has just been a freaking whirlwind. Well, it doesn't help. It doesn't help that we did not plan on having puppies right now. This is what happened. So let's see what day is it? Thursday. So it's Monday, chat. This is the timeline of the This is the timeline. This is the timeline that legit happened. So Thursday night, Nerva comes downstairs. I think I was streaming, and Nerva's like, "Did you hear?" And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Your mom was on the phone, and they're going to get a puppy tomorrow." And I just was like, "Huh? Like, what?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, okay, we're gonna get okay." And so we wait around all day Friday. Condemned. Hi, welcome. So we wait around. They're gonna be at a resort, Monkey. Yeah, I know. I don't really want to go to like I don't really just want to travel in general right now. It's kind of, the world's kind of scary, so I get that. Yeah. So yeah, I will be sending all the wubs and stuff. But yeah, just call you P. Okay, that's a little easier. That's a little easier on me. Thank you. Anyway, so they're like, "Okay, we're going to get a puppy." And I was like, tomorrow? Okay. If you guys don't know, our older dog, our Rottweiler Blaze, he passed away about 3 weeks ago. And my dad has just been really heartbroken over it and everything. And it's just been really hard. It was really traumatic and stuff. And so anyway, my mom's like, "Well, we don't really want to get another one like this soon, but there's literally one an hour and a half away that just turned 8 weeks, like on Saturday. So they're gonna be 9 weeks. They just turned 9 weeks on like this Saturday, so they're ready, and there's a boy, and we're gonna go get it." And so I was like, okay, like I guess I don't know if my parents are down for naming one Peepo Pistachio. So we hi Torky, hello, home with the puppy, and I was napping, and they're not gonna name it People. Hi, Jen. Hello. You guys are dorks. So anyway, they come home, right? So we're waiting for them to come home, and we knew there was 2 left. There was a little girl and a little boy, but I was pretty sure we've only had boy dogs. So I was like, oh, I'm sure they'll get the boy dog, like, you know. So I'm waiting for them to come home. I wake up from my nap, and then it would be origami. Origami's got you guys all beat by a couple thousand. So anyway, so they come home, and I open my phone, and he's like, well, which one do you like? And it was too late. I had been napping, and I was like, which one did you get? And he's like, and my dad texts me, because he's a little cryptic texter, and he said, do you want her? And I was like, which one did you get? And he's like, the boy. And I was like, well, that's fine. And so they get home, and they're like, do you want the other one? And I was like, what? And they're like, they have one left, and she's the runt, and she cuddles the puppies, and we took her buddy away and had to pull him out from under her when we took him, and now she's by herself. Do you want the other one? And I was like, I mean, I do want a companion for Linkerpoo, but did I want a Rottweiler puppy? Do I want one right now? Is my health good enough to? And my mom's like, well, taking care of one is like taking care of 2, so we'll help. And so then I find out that she's like half the size of the other ones, and she's super tiny. So she is right now like 9-10 pounds, and our boy, who is like about average, there was bigger ones than him, he's like 18, so he's almost double her size. And she had some tummy issues, and she has because they're like bred like special doggies and stuff, you know, her bottom jaw is like she has a bit of a overbite, and so she might have to have her puppy fangs pulled until her jaw grows in. And so since she's not perfect and has some issues, no one wants her. And then Nerva and I are like staring at the photo of them cuddling, and then hearing the description of my dad and mom taking the boy from her as she's laying on top of him, sleeping and cuddling, as they take her baby, her friend away, and she's all by herself, and no one wants her. And I was like, they're like, we'll give her to you for 1,000, and my parents paid 2,500 for theirs. So I was like, so Nerva and I talked about it, and we were like, well, when are we gonna have another opportunity to get a puppy? Linkerpoo's getting older. Do I have energy for a husky puppy? Rottweilers are typically, even though they're like dominating dogs, they're more mellow. They're more couch potato dogs compared to huskies. So I was like, okay. So Friday they bring her home, the boy home, and Linkerpoo's like, oh my gosh, I have a baby, and Ty is like, oh my gosh, I have a baby, and they're all so happy, and I'm like, okay, text the lady how much they want, I'll take her. So then my mom texts the lady, and then she's like, okay, when do you want to come get her? And I was like, tomorrow, like whatever, like so then that was Friday. Then Saturday, also Mint, hello, hi, welcome. So on Saturday, then Saturday we drive. We take the puppy with us because he's new, and we drive, and we go, and then we get another one. Hi, Beppo. Hi, Blassa. Hi, Dredge. Hi, Magnum. Hello. It's a deal. So we drive an hour and a half. We go there, right? She's all curled up in the corner by herself in a little corner. They still have one because one's getting picked up this coming weekend from someone far away. And so she was all curled up, and I was really nervous that she was going to be so skittish she wasn't going to. Are you going to bed? Okay, I think he's going to pack. He has to leave tomorrow. Never, hello, welcome. So we go. Also, my parents magically decided that they were going to buy us the puppy. So I used your guys' funds that you guys gave us the other day, and we got the crate on the puppy toys and some stuff. So thank you so much. So that was really exciting. So my dad was being a goober, and he's like crying, and he's like, "We're gonna buy you the puppy," and I was like, "Okay, we got another puppy." So I sit down on in their little enclosure on the ground, and she comes sprinting over, gets on my lap, and just leans into me. And then we had the Chonk, the boy, with us, and he was like, there was that third puppy, and she would try to go see the one that's already claimed by someone else. She would try to go see Nerva, and he would be like, "I don't think so. That's my human. You can't have him." And he would climb up and plant himself on Nerva's lap and like make puppy noises, not like super mean, but like like. And so we have these two little things, right? And so then we need to go get supplies because I need to have another crate if we need to separate them or whatever. So we go to Murdoch's. We drive to Murdoch's. I'm holding my little baby. My dad's holding the other little baby. We drive to Murdoch's, right? We go in Murdoch's. Apparently the breeder's like daughter who works there, she wasn't there. Then one of the workers comes over and insists on holding my puppy, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really comfortable with my brand new puppy. People being like it's kind of weird, right? Like just say hi and then move on. But I did it. I'm terrible at saying no. And Dad and Nerva were like picking out the crate, and so she just held her and was taking photos and gave her a little tiny treat, and it was cute. So then I'm packing the puppy around and we're looking for toys. All of a sudden, that same lady brings another lady over, and she said it was the daughter. And I was like, oh, because I hadn't met the breeder's daughter who worked at Murdoch. So I go over, and she's like, she looks like she had just finished crying. Like, she looks really weird. She looks really weird. And she's like, can I please hold her? I'm gonna miss her so much. And I'm like, oh, of course. Like, so I hand her over because I think that it's whatever. And then she's like following us around, and we're trying to do shopping, and she's holding the puppy, and like, it's cute. Then she starts running away with the puppy, and I'm like, and so I go around the corner kind of after her. She was like, yes, and my dad is like, I got it, and walks away. So I'm just like, okay, it's the daughter, they raised the puppy, she's showing the co-workers, whatever. Right? We pick out the stuff. Finally, my dad. So we get in the car, right? I finally get my puppy back. We leave. She seems kind of traumatized, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm bad at saying no. Okay. So we get in the car, and my dad's like, I just want you to know that was not the daughter. We met her when we got him yesterday, and that was not her. And I was like, he's like, I don't know who the fuck that was. And that's why I went and got your puppy back. Because he said, he's like, you better give that puppy back or I'm going to take her from her. And so I thought this random strange lady, I don't even know if she was in uniform, who was crying that the other worker brought over was Kate, the whatever, and said she was Kate. She wasn't Kate! And she tried to steal her puppy. And she was like weird. She was kind of like nervous and like twitchy, and like she looked like she had just been crying, and she was just like cuddling the puppy and how she's gonna miss it. And she said she's not allowed to have animals, so she got some fish. And I'm, you know, when I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, you know, they live in an apartment, can't have animals. But then in hindsight, I'm like, this is really weird. And then also, then I was like, oh, you know, your family was so nice. And she was like going along as if she was Kate. But like, again, my dad knew what she looked like, but he didn't say anything because he was just like, what is going? It was just socially so fucking weird, right? Yes. And then she tried to steal our puppy, and then we got back in the car, and like, it was like, that was not the daughter. I have no idea what happened. We're not going back there. And I was like, oh my gosh, someone almost stole my puppy. A random, I don't even know if they're a worker. Dad's like, I went and looked, and she didn't have a tag. I have no idea who she was. So we think that one kind of weird, but like normally nice lady who wanted to hold the puppy first saw the lady and was like, oh, there's a puppy, you should go look at it. And there was like a random lady crying in the store, and then she pretended to be Kate. It was so scary. I'm like, oh my god, puppy, I am so sorry. So then she has some toots, right? Chat. Dude, your dad would have had to say something if it would get that. Yeah. So he followed her, and Nerfa and I continued. I didn't even know, because my dad didn't say anything, and he had met Kate before, and he didn't negate it. So I was like, just assumed, because the other lady came back like, here's Kate, and I'm like, okay. And my dad's like, later we got back in the car, he's like, that was fucking weird. I was just trying to get through it. That was so weird. That was not Kate. And I was like, who does that? He's like, I was like, you stealing that puppy, I'm gonna take you down. And I was like, I'm glad my dad. So I almost got my puppy nabbed. Can you believe that? Okay, but it gets crazier. I would have made it gain attention and made her actually run. See, that's the thing though, is I feel like, because I just handed him over, and then it's like, socially in that moment, you're just kind of confused. Like kind of, he said he was gaslighting himself. Like, am I remembering what she looked like wrong? And they own a church, and so I looked on their website, looked at the photo of their family, and that was definitely not Kate. So I was like, holy shit, some random crazy lady almost stole my puppy within an hour of me getting her. So I like feel terrible, because I'm like, oh my god, I'm such a bad mommy. Anyway, so he was like, I just was like, am I remembering wrong? And then when she talked and she was being weird and she ran off, I was like, that is not her. She was not weird like that yesterday. Because it's just, you know, it's been overwhelming. They have 6 kids, by the way. So like, yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry, Coolio. It's okay. So, dude, so yeah, but you know, it's fine. Nothing happened, but lessons learned. Mizu had lessons learned. And also, I don't really, you know, puppies can get, you know, things like babies can, and don't really need everybody touching and, you know. Anyway, it gets crazier, right? Not about other people, but about this puppy, okay? We get in the car. We have to do a couple stops. We got some food from her because she has some stomach issues. And we had to get she's been feeding her goat's milk, trying to get her stomach better. And, oh, Monkey! Oh, thank you for gifting this up. So we went and got raw goat's milk from a farm. We went and got me a Lotus and some food. And then, oh, you guys are so cute. Thank you. Oh, thank you. So, and then then we got some rice cereal that's fortified because she's having some stomach issues, and they said that the day we went to pick her up, she was having a little bit of loose poop, and that would help. So wanted to have that on hand, right? We get in the car, she's maybe tooting a little bit, and I was like, we need to take her. And my parents were like, okay, let's get out of town in a place where dogs don't stop. She's not fully vaccinated yet. You know, we don't need them sniffing other dogs' poop and stuff. Let's just go take them. Well, we're on the way, and you know, okay, I'm gonna get MS Paint out, because you're not gonna fucking believe this story when I tell you you're not gonna believe it. Like you are seriously not gonna believe this story. Okay, the day that I had. Did we get her yesterday? No, the day before. Yeah. My God. You would not believe this story. Okay? Okay? So, we're in the seat. Okay. Okay. So, we're gonna draw the car. Okay? Okay. Oh, shoot. Usually it just, okay, what was I using? Okay, so we have the car, right? We have the car. My parents, like, are in this seat. My dad is here, and he's holding the puppy, their puppy, okay? Nerva and I are in the back seat. I am here. Nerva is here, okay? So we're gonna put a Nerva here and a Mizu here, right? Puppy is here, laying, and you know, so she's laying like this, you know, and you know how you have the buckle spots so that you buckle into your seat right here and right here, and there's kind of a hole, you know, there. So she's sitting here, and all of a sudden I smell something there. She's pooping a little bit, and it is dripping down the seatbelt hole on my side. Yeah. And I'm like, oh no. So we're picking her up, and we're cleaning it up, and we clean her up, and we get her out, okay? And my mom, yeah, I know. You guys know what I'm talking about, the seat. You know, you have your little buckle, but there's like a bottomless pit that's next to it, you know? And you're just like, man, and it's just like hand size, but it's not easy, you know, to get in there. It's like, how the fuck are you gonna clean that? It's almost like you need it to, like, it's liquid poop, because she has not solid poop, right? And warning, this is gonna be a very explicit poop story, okay? Dude, so it's like, it's almost like we need it to dry and then like flake it off or something. Okay, so we cleaned it it wasn't that deep. It was like halfway, and it was kind of on the, like, the rope of it, right? Did it have cheek puff? A little bit. Eventually we'll have better face, more expressive face, but yeah. So anyway, so just a warning, explicit poop story happening right now, okay? Yeah. So anyway, we clean it. We're like 20 minutes into the hour-and-a-half long drive, okay? 1.5 hours from home, okay? We're like 10-20 minutes on, okay? So we're like, okay, we pull over, we take her out, she does a little pee-pee, and we're like, oh my god, good pee-pee, you know? And we're thinking, oh, she was really trying to hold it, but her butt, she's like this. And I noticed this when we got her, and people commented about it in the store. Her tummy was so bulbous, and her butt is like puckered. And I'm like, did they, like, overfeed her before we went to pick her up and drive in an hour-and-a-half long? Yeah. And she, you know, and her tummy is just, like, solid, like a water balloon. And I'm like, oh, you know, but you know, sometimes when puppies are younger, because our other one's more developed than she is, they have that pot belly. So I was like, oh, you know, so anyway, she doesn't need to go. My parents are like, I bet that she went. She's so tiny, that was probably all she had. And I was like, I don't know. And they're like, let's just keep driving. We get maybe 5 miles down the road. Maybe. Nerva is now holding the butt. The butt is now in his buckle location. And the slip and slide happens, but worse. It just goes down and down and down and down. And we're like... we're like, ah! And the car's moving! We're in the back! And we're like, ah! Ah! Look at the puppy! Ah! And then we're like grabbing paper towels and wrapping it. So we had one blanket. Blanket number 1 rolled up. It has a turd in it, thrown in the back, okay? Then we have little tiny blanket. Now this blanket is getting shit on it. It's rolled up in a corner because we still need it. and we have wet wipes. We're using it. We're like, okay, we get out again. Surely she doesn't have to poop. That was all. That was all it was, okay? That was it. Surely that is all the poop that is left in this tiny 10-pound puppy. Okay? So then we're like, okay. Again, we're maybe like 20 minutes, and it's been like 60 minutes into our hour-and-a-half drive. Okay. So then the butt is near me. Or no, I'm holding her in my lap. Oh, and I'm trying to remember which poops came in which order. I have paper towels in my hand under her butt like this. A lot of them. And all of a sudden, as she's starting to fall asleep, she groans. And I feel hot lava on my hand. And it starts dripping down my leg. And we start screaming again. Ah! Thank you, Rafina! I thought she could be named Hershey because she had the Hershey squirts. Thank you for 26 months, Rafina. I don't deserve you. So, dude, it was like hot fucking lava. Like, you know when you're holding something like a dry paper towel and then it becomes wet, hot, warm, and drippy in the matter of like seconds. It's not good. So we're like, ah! And we think it's over. My parents are like, we're just gonna keep driving. We need to get home. Okay, so we're like, we patch her up. We empty out a grocery bag and we stuff all the shit in it. Then we start wiping her down, wiping everything down with Clorox wipes, okay? And so we wrap her up. This time, she's here. Her butt is facing me. We have blanket. So here is Mizu. Here is Nerva. Here is the hole. You know, and they, of course, want to. Puppy head is here on me. Or no. Sorry, this is the puppy head is here. And her butt is kind of like this. And I have paper towels she's more like right here. And I have paper towels stuffed all over her butt right here. And she's on a tiny little blanket, right? Her little floppy, that's a dog. Anyway, all of a sudden, she starts to fall asleep. Oh no! Hi! Hello! Thank you for the raid! Hi! How was your stream? and your raiders, we are telling a very... I just got 2 puppies, and I'm currently in the process of telling a very graphic poop story. So just a warning. Content warning. Hi, how was your stream? How are you enjoying Planet Crafter? I actually have an opportunity to play, like, get a free copy of it and play it, but I wasn't sure if I'd like it. I might have to check it out. Also, yeah, we have 2 right now. 2. Hi, Ali. Hi. Oh, you guys, please go give all the love. I'm so sorry you came in at about like an awkward time, but I super appreciate you. I hope you've been well. People like, oh, I love Subnautica. I love Subnautica. Either one. Mwah. Chef's kiss. We had the puppy was almost stolen by a crazy person, and you're getting to the explosive shit part of the story. We have an hour-and-a-half drive to get home, and we are 20 miles into the drive, and it's been 60 minutes. Yeah, it was dramatic. Okay, so we have this little, and she's the runt and has some issues. So okay, you know when you have animals, they like to shit everywhere. And sometimes it's not their fault, and you can't be mad at them because they, we all poop our pants. Everybody sharted, and just like you shart, they shart too. Yeah. No, this is you just wait. I am telling you, as someone who has had lived on a farm, seen a lot of animal stuff, enjoys poop stories, I can tell you that this is my #1. Now it's broken all of my poop stories. This one was the worst poop and the most craziest poop that if I hadn't witnessed it, I would never believe you. That's how much this poop story is going. And you are only at the first nugget you're joining in on, okay? So... fell out of a 5th story window. He also has bowel problems, so we were able... Oh! The one brown nugget also phase me anymore because I have IBS and Crohn's. Oh my god! My heart goes out to you. Crohn's is so awful. Also, there's an ad about to start in a minute. Just a warning. I have IBS too. Dude, sometimes you just poop. And you're like, well, shit. Like, I shit. And it just is. So, you came at a good time. So anyway, I'm sitting there with all the paper towels around the butt, and I'm like, just in case. And it's happened 3 times now, and we're all thinking, surely there's no more poop. It'll just be a little bit, if anything. We will make it home. I check her butt. It looks okay. I have the paper towels. And... okay, we can pause it. The cliffhanger for the ads. Chat, there's such a good Nerva quote in this too. You guys are gonna love the Nerva quote. When you eat Taco Bell, she could be an ad for Taco Bell. She might as well be the Taco Bell Chihuahua at this point. Like... the Nerva quote comes at the end, and my god. Chunky, you came in at the perfect time because Chunky Gurgle, my dog has the Chunky Gurgles. Is the ad playing? Did the ad play? I can't even tell. It didn't come up. This story is great, Chunky. Miss Sizzle, I didn't get an ad. I'm glad you guys enjoy it because it's funny in oh, there it goes. The ad's going. It's funny in hindsight, but in the moment, my god. Dear Lord in heaven, have I never seen poop of this magnitude, and I cleaned up a 20-foot long poop explosion just a month ago in my house. I'm glad I'm glad we can all bond. I'm glad we can all bond over these moments together. Oh, it did. It did. Also, if you guys know me, I don't throw up. I do not puke. And I came just... I was dry heaving so bad in the car, and my dad is in front of me, and he's just laughing so hard, he's crying. And I'm like, ugh, ugh, and like, ugh, like, and he's just busting up, holding his puppy is sleeping through it all, and it just smells like shit in the car, and his puppy is sleeping through it all. Oh my god. Okay, the ad should be over. Okay, so I'm holding the paper towels around the puppy butt. She's laying right here. She's very small. She's laying here. I have them all crumpled up around her butt, kind of cupped like this so I can see if it starts to happen, right? Every time we hit a bump, it starts to ooze out more. And then all of a sudden, she makes this little grunt noise, and she's like, it's like when she relaxes, then she gets cramps. And all of a sudden, it's like Old Faithful, like a geyser, or like when you have a hose and you're holding it upright, all of a sudden just starts bubbling out. That is what starts happening. And I'm like, ah! And Nerva looks over, and he's like, ah! And we're like, and so Nerva is like shaking the Murdoch's bag open, trying to get everything out. I have paper towels. I have a whole roll of paper towels, and we're trying to like pull them out and then swap them and then put new ones under. And my mom, she's driving, trying to get us home, and she turns around and she's like, it can't be that bad. She's already shit a lot, and she sees me holding a soggy, poopy, like just like, and she's like, oh, it keeps driving. And I'm like, what? And I'm like throwing it into the plastic bag, stuffing more under, and then it's calm again. Maybe that was it. Maybe that was it. Then she starts to fall asleep again. We're petting her. All of a sudden, she wiggles just a bit. Again! Ah! This time, it doesn't stop coming. Ah! We pull over. My mom comes out of the... I'm losing it. I'm losing it. We're rolling the windows down. I'm gagging at this point. The car smells so bad. It has been the last hour and a half just non-stop shit, and we've only gone like 30 miles out of like 80. And I'm like holding the towel, like trying not to look, sniffing out the window and going, ugh. And I'm like, and my dad is just in the front, and he's like crying, laughing, holding his sleeping puppy, and my mom, and we're just, she pulls over, she gets out of the car, Nerva's like, I got it, get out, and I fall out of the car, and I'm on my hands and knees, and I'm like this on the ground, on the pavement, and I'm trying not to throw up. And my mom comes back, and I hear her from behind me. It's all a daze, almost like passed out. And she's like, oh my God. Like, I just hear her like, oh my gosh. And so they're like cleaning. Of course, it got down. Both the glory holes right next to this is a buckle. It has a little strap, those holes that are too big for the strap. You know damn well that poop is seeping down, and the one by Nerva, it's hit the bottom. You can't even reach the bottom, and if you do, your hand is covered in dookie, and mom's like, we're just gonna let it dry. We can chip it off later, and it's a new car. Fairly new. It's like a year old. And so we get there, I'm on the ground and I'm like just not doing well, and I'm just covered in poop I can only imagine how much fecal matter has seeped into the clothes that I have. Oh my god, hello, welcome, warning, we're telling graphic poop story because I have 2 brand new puppies. So it's just bad. It's bad. They clean it up. They're like, Mizu, just stay over there. Stay over there on the ground. Stay over there. And I'm like on the ground like this. All of a sudden I look over. I see Nerval holding the puppy, packing off with it really far away in the grass. He's laying over there with it. It's not going. She's just laying next to him, cuddling him. You can tell she when you pet her, she tries to give you a kiss. She puts her ears back and whimpers at you because she feels so bad. I look at her butt. It is still puckering. Her tummy feels less hard, but it's still huge. And I don't know if there's more in there or not. I don't know. Across the street, we're like 40 miles in out of like 90, okay? We're not even halfway. And we're down a whole brand new paper towel roll and a whole thing of wet wipes. They're gone. 2 blankets are trashed. 2 blankets are in the back. They need to go in the wash. And all we've got is like a couple leaflets left of a paper towel roll and some napkins from Chick-fil-A. Luckily, they gave us a fat stack, but we're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it. We don't have but there's a gas station. The only saving grace, there's a gas station. The only one on the way. And a box of tissues, but those are not gonna last long at this pace. Not at this pace. We get in the car. We think she might be okay. Obviously, I traumatized her because the lady almost stole her. We put her on the blanket. She seems so upset by the fact that she keeps shitting. We're petting her, and we're driving very slowly because every bump may be what starts the next wave. We don't know how long the anal leakage will continue. We drive across just as we park. It happens again, but it is less horrific. It's slowly oozing, but we're prepared. But we only have one swap left. Mom sprints into the store. She sprints into the store. She comes out with 2 brand new paper towel things. And we're ready to rock and roll. This time, we're stuffing it under her. We put them in the plastic bag. She goes, empties the plastic bag, brings back the poop bag because we need somewhere to put the dirty things. At this point, we're all covered in dog shit. We keep Lysoling ourselves, but the amount of fecal matter that is in everything, it is impossible to tell. We need like a freaking black light in there. Hi, Suit, I'm so sorry coming in when I'm telling a graphic poop story. It's been a really rough, I can only imagine being dude, what the first time we were at a gas station, I was hauling the shit-covered blanket out of the car. I forgot to say this part. And I was gonna put it in the back. And I opened my door, and someone else hit me with their car. They pulled into the spot. And I was like, man, I should have just, slightly opened the blanket and just smeared shit all over them. They almost hit me into my door. It was close. It was, in 2 inches. I was getting out. I had the blanket, and they pulled... There's a million pockets right next to us. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. I know. Should have smeared the dog poop all over there. And I'm covered in dog shit, and I can't get out of my car. It's like I can barely open my door. I just started started opening it. So I have to squeeze, hoping that it doesn't leak out of the blanket onto me because the guy parked so close. Anyway, back to it. We call the lady because at this point, it's not stopping. I ask her, do we need to take her to a vet? The breeder doesn't seem to like whatever. She's like, oh, she'll pull. And I'm explaining how bad the poop has been. And she's like, it's never been that bad, but I wouldn't pay for a vet. I would just take her home. And I'm just like, we're halfway home. We're halfway home. Do we 45 back? Do we 45 home? Should have sent an image. I should have been fucking, I didn't bring my recording camera. I wish there should have been evidence of what happened. You have no idea. It hasn't reached the climax yet, chat. It has not. I decided not to because I didn't want to film at their house, and we are tired, and it's like, whatever. Nerva didn't sleep at all the night before, and I barely slept, and my parents were tired because the puppy cried all night. So anyway, we decide we're just gonna, the lady's kind of like indifferent, like, I'll refund her for like a week. So if you want to bring her back, you don't want her anymore. And I'm like, that's not the point. Should we take her to a vet? Do you want to see what it like? And she's like, well, how is that gonna work? Like, I don't know. And I just was like, we're just gonna take her home. Like, if I need to emergency vet, let's get the other one home. Let's see what, like, I can get more blankets, more towels. If she starts going into shock or dehydration, I'm just gonna zoom her to the vet, whatever. So, and if you guys don't know the trauma that happened with our Rottweiler passing like 3 weeks ago, our older one. So I'm just having like fucking trauma because I'm like, oh my God, I'm making the decision of do I take the dog to the vet or not? And I'm just like freaked the fuck out. And she's like, maybe she's car sick, which maybe she was, but like, so we're like, okay, we load up the paper towels. We're just gonna fucking the bat out of hell go. We're just gonna go. We're gonna head home, and we're as fast as we can at this point. Okay, try to take the curves easy. Nerfa and I, all the paper towels, swapping them. We get home with minimal explosive poops within a few changes. We think maybe it's calmed down. Maybe it's better. I placed her out. She's terrified. She doesn't want to leave my legs. We put her brother down, and he runs off into the grass and goes pee. She runs after him. She sniffs around, and chat, if I hadn't seen it, I wouldn't have believed it. You have no idea what we saw that day. We finally get home. Here, hold on. And she walks over. This is the puppy, right? She walks over. Her little tummy. She has a little nub tail. Her legs. Her head. And all of a sudden, she takes a little squat. Oh God, there's new people coming in. And I shit you not, there was an arc of pure liquid. It had almost like a 90-degree turn to it. And we all just watched in horror as it just spouted with extreme pressure out of her. And Nerva, who had walked away, slowly walking, like my dad's like over here. The other puppy's doing something. My mom's here. I'm here. Nerva comes walking from the back. He stops and he says, "Is that pee?" And my mom turns back at him and says, No, it's not. And we all just stared in horror as a liquid jet stream arced out of our 10-pound puppy's ass. And we thanked God that didn't happen in the car, because no amount of blankets could have contained what we saw today. I sense a distinct lack of content that I do not want. We just brought 2 brand new puppies home, and I decided to buy the runt of the litter. And she came home sick. And it's been a really interesting 48 hours. Dude, I have never in my life seen so much shit come out of one tiny thing in my life. Like, I don't think a man can pee with that amount of arc and power. The way that puppy. And then, okay. Yeah. So anyway, we'll get this image out of your mind, okay? We'll get this image out of your mind. That was the climax. That's the worst as it gets, I promise. Yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm covered in so much dog fecal matter at this point. And so we put them in the backyard, okay? So pretend this is like our yard's pretty big, right? Here's the stairs. The 2 puppies are the first one, which our dogs have already met here, and then the little one, right? This one the dogs can see. Ty, our Karen Terrier, comes running down. Also, Dark Revenant, hello, welcome everyone. If you guys are new here, I don't always talk about poop, but when I do... Okay, we do talk about poop a lot. I think poop's funny, but this was not funny, except for in hindsight. In the moment, I don't know if you guys were in the Discord when I was venting I was venting in the bathtub when I was talking in the Discord that night, and Monkey and a couple of you guys were like consoling me, like it's gonna get better, and do you guys see why? I was like, oh my god, what have I done? I don't have the health myself to deal with this. What have I done? And so Ty comes down. He comes bouncing down. He sees puppy number 1, the boy, and he starts wagging and wiggling. And he looks like a giant mop in this moment. He's a little fluffy Karen Terrier, right? And then he sees the second one, and his tail, instead of wiggling side to side, his whole body just starts jiggling all over the place. He just starts wiggling and bouncing around. He's so excited that there's 2. Then Linkerpoo comes down, okay? He's the one we have to please. He comes trotting down. He sees puppy number 1 has returned. He comes sprinting down, and then he bounces down off the stairs to see puppy number 1, and then lands right next to puppy number 2, which he had not seen, and it scared the shit out of him. He bounced like, you know when a cat like has its legs like all crazy and they arc their back and then they just like hop like boing back? He did that. And his hair was standing up, and he's like, why is there 2? He's scared of and yeah. So right now, Linkerpoo is still getting used to it. Yesterday, last night, after I took a nap, I finally gave her a bath. We wiped her down, but we didn't want her to get cold or traumatized. We all bathed and changed a million changes of clothing, and I finally bathed her the next day in the sink, and then we bleached our sink. But when I presented her to Linkerpoo, he was like fine. So I think what happened is he didn't like her when we brought her home because she smelled fucking crazy. She smelled like other puppies, fecal matter, and stress. And then all of us smelled like poop and stress. And he's like, what is going on? What happened here? And then when I presented her clean. Then he like gave her a little nose bump, and they're growing on him now, and he lays next to her crate and guards her crate when she's eating. so it's getting better, but yep, she still is liquid pooping. Today, my parents went to town and I had to watch them. Nerva had to finish some projects that he promised before we had Puppy, because he's leaving tomorrow, and I watched them and I put them in the crate. Then they had poop explosion in the crate. And it was super windy today, and like to the point where like trees are breaking and crashing and making like crazy noises, and because of this the puppies were scared, so they kept not wanting to go out, which they were being so good. She was going to the door, he was going to the door, but it was so loud, and then she is tiny and she would start shaking. We're feeding her like raw goat's milk, so it's been unpasteurized, and fortified like rice cereal. It's like this little grain, and it just thickens, and then putting puppy chow on top, like her puppy chow, so she gets some more protein and like nutrients. And then we're waiting to hear back from a vet if they have anything that we should be doing and when we need to take them in. And this morning was so much because they were feeling better today, and they were everywhere, and they're big time wrestling, and I'm trying to make them not big time wrestle like puppies because I don't like the biting, and I know that that's what puppies do, but I don't like the biting and the aggression and like and like the other dogs. If they do that to them, they're not gonna like it. And these are Rottweiler puppies. They are going to be big, and they will not be doing that because I don't like that behavior. It encourages too much aggression. I want it to be more playful, and they need to, be nicer to each other. So that's something we're working on. And obviously they're not potty trained. They're just 9 weeks old as of Saturday. So what is that? Their birthday is, I think, March 2nd. So yeah, that is the story of how we ended up with not one, but 2 Rottweiler puppies on a decision made in the course of 48 hours. And how my mother's car will never be the same. And how I will never look at my puppy the same after seeing her geyser poop out of her butt. But I thank God, because I really think that she tried so hard to hold it till we got, because when she finally went, she was just like, oh! But that has been my weekend, and why I didn't stream the last couple days, because I was tired. I'm still really tired, but we're here. How is everybody doing? Sorry for the graphic story, but I feel like there's no other way to tell it. Y'all need to, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed laughing at me. I've already changed my clothes once today because I got pooped on earlier, but we're getting through it. We're trying to get her poop solid. They were solid, but I stressed her out with the crate today, so we're working on it. And then if she doesn't start getting bigger, she's been really hungry, which is a good sign. If she doesn't start getting more solid poop and bigger, I'm gonna go have a blood panel done on her to get to the bottom of it, because I'm a little skeptical in how sick she was as a puppy. I don't think the lady was intentionally trying to be misleading, but I think that I was not aware that there might be a significant problem, even though I had to sign a waiver for it. I just want to make sure that she's not anemic, doesn't need medication, etc. She's been dewormed already. But I'm a little skeptical that there's not something else going on and it just was not looked at, because who cares? Like, home remedy. So, not that I'm opposed to that, but I'm very serious about my animal's health, and if it's compromised, I'm gonna find the money and take care of it. So, Anyway, Dark Infinite, how was it? Speaking of pets, though, I attended a particular special reptile expo this past weekend, and that was so wonderful. I can't say your weekend has been nice. You know, it's nice in the beauty and innocence and sweetness of a puppy, because I will say that both of them, every time they have done something naughty, and I haven't. She's really struggling right now, and I don't want to yell at her for pottying in the house, because she actually is going to the door on her own, unprompted already, and I did not teach her that, and she was an outside puppy, so she just automatically doesn't want to potty in the house. So when there's an accident, as of right now, it feels like it's my fault with her, because she's too scared, too anxious. It's not gonna be, you know, as she gets bigger, then we'll, you know, be like, hey, why are you pottying in the house? But right now, we just need to get her stable, and, you know, punishing her for that is the last of my worries. Although her being big time wrestling or chewing on stuff, she's gonna get in trouble. But the potty, we're working on that. Him, though, he's perfectly capable, and I let him out, and then he peed right in front of me, and he got in big time trouble earlier, and then oh, thank you for the ring. I said, did you? We can call her Yellowstone. or Faith. We can call her Faith after Old Faithful, because she has. Hello, Hikarin. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, hi. Oh, is my VTuber broken? I am so sorry. Someone, you guys don't even remind me. You're so polite. You're like, Mizu's story timing, so it is what it is. Is it fixed now? Let me know. I think somebody resubbed, but yeah. So, how was the reptile? What was special about it? Was there really interesting stuff there? Okay, this is, and also Tuffer, hello, thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed my little scribbles. If you guys would like to hear the whole story, I don't want to overgross people out. We'll probably make a YouTube video out of it with a content warning. But if you guys want to go back and watch it, it's uploaded right now. You can go back and watch it if you missed part of it. I don't want to go over it too much and gross people out too much, but yeah. I'm having a difficulty I'm glad it was a good story. It's really funny. You know, my dad, in the moment, we were all gagging because it was so... Because, like, you guys know how bad poop smells, let alone puppy poop and upset puppy poop diarrhea. It's just not good. Parents, thank you so much for the subby for 6 months. I don't deserve you. Thank you. Thank you for the support. It means the world. Yeah, I think that she was overfed right before we left and didn't go. She was stressed because somebody tried to kidnap her, and we stole her from her mommy, and all of her friends left. Then one came back. Then she was taken with strangers and in a vehicle. She'd probably never been in a car except for the one time she went to the vet, you know. And I think she blew up even more from the stress. And so I've been really trying to make sure she's very hungry right now. She's been wanting to eat. I've been having to, unfortunately, make sure that she doesn't eat too much, you know, because when you have this upset, horrible gut biome going on, sometimes you have to lower the amount you're putting in it. You can't let her be super full all the time, because it's just gonna be the cycle. So we have to kind of starve it out, not starve her, but, like, you know what I mean, like, and give her small portions just more often. And today she's doing better, so we're kind of upping the food now, and hoping that stabilizes. And I think she's doing a lot better now that she's at our house, and she feels loved, and she's getting attention, and she doesn't have to fight for food. She also ate a pine needle, which then came out in her poop, and I had to pull it out of her butthole. So that was something. It's been quite the, 2-3 days. So yeah. It's been a fun weekend. Miss Poopy Pants. How was your stream though, Hikarin? But yeah, thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Rafita, how are you doing and everything? How is everybody doing? Oh my god. But yeah, perfect name. Faith, right? Old Faithful. We're going to some issues with our pups too. They're regressing. It seems to be it seems on their housebreaking. We've also adjusted their diet a couple times. Sending my love, Ellie. That's hard. That's hard. And you have two right now as well. How is it worse with two or better with two? What do you think? I've never had two at one time. But yeah. They do not have names. Hence why we're not calling it, like, it's just girl puppy and boy puppy right now. That's but yeah. Yeah, everything has been good, good the usual. I'm laughing so hard. It was quite the event. Hey, I'm glad that we could have such a fun TED Talk about the puppies, because it has been Thank you to everyone who watched the ad. Thank you for watching the ad. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh my god. But yeah, it was something. And Hikarian, thank you so much again for the raid. Thank you. I hope you had a lovely stream. How was Overcooked? The expo was particular, especially because they had a venomous section. They had all sorts of animals that were for sale. Oh, it was one of those. Those are actually crazy. Okay, so I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna lie, like reptiles actually kind of scare me. I have a bit of a like fear with them and stuff. I'm not a fan of spiders or anything like that, or bugs, so like if there's like that section, I avoid it. I can look at like a lizard or a snake or something, but they scare me a little bit. But overall, I still think it's like really cool. They have, what's really cool about reptile exhibits and stuff is that people, the community behind it is always so like supportive and everything, and great like that, you know. And you know, I think that's really cool, even though it's not for me. And I think what's really cool about it is that there's so much like people teaching other people and showing other people and like sharing like the love and stuff. So I think that's super cool. Give me 1 second. I need to send this to Nerva. Okay. There we go. Okay. But yeah. When dogs receive enough love, they will trusting and loyal even after big trauma. Yeah, and honestly, it was like a good bonding moment today. Nerva cleaned up her poop mess, bless him, because I've been having gag issues. I'll do it, but I just sometimes I have a really bad gag reflex. Can't help it. It is what it is. And he cleaned it up, and when she came out, he walked past to check on the other one because we had him pinned up. And she whimpered at him like she wanted affirmation that like he wasn't mad at her. And I just know that like it's just right now with her, like they're struggling. They've only been home a couple days. It's like you can't, like, they pee in the, you know, if it's your fault, it's one thing. If you don't see it happen, it's one thing. But like you know, but like if it's like an accident, you know, it's just one of those things. You gotta, like, you can't be that mad at them, at least right now. They're so little. So but I'm keeping a very close eye on her. I have to get her jaw checked out to make sure that she can, longevity-wise, chew okay. Make sure that her her bottom baby teeth don't need to be, a couple of them, pulled until her bones form. They don't think it'll be like a lifelong thing, but they want to make sure that like it's not they poking the roof of her mouth and causing damage. Unfortunately, because she was the runt, she just, you know, her body is like, you know, weeks behind his. So we'll see. But yeah. Made it Raffi and fajitas. It's not too bad, but they're not sure which is causing problems, and we can't really catch them because unfortunately they're clever. Ah, I see. Well, okay, if they're being clever about it, then that sounds like they're being naughty. you know, instead of it being an accident, in my opinion. I definitely would say if you guys have changed their food a lot recently, that always happens. You know, but I don't know. Thinking about how old yours are. I haven't had a puppy in a while though, or at least a large dog puppy. Sometimes you just gotta put them in their place, you know, and be like, who did it? Put their nose up in it and be like, no poop in the house, bad. Or sometimes some animals be ignoring them. Some of our dogs, ignoring them is the worst punishment over yelling at them. You tell them they're bad and then just ignore them all day. Look away from them. Don't look at them. Don't let them come tell them to get away from you. So it just depends on like what works for your puppy. Nerva, I have one more story. Nerva, the boy puppy tried to eat poop and has been eating poop. And Nervo sprinted after him to open his mouth to get him to drop the poop. And when he shoved his finger in, he got a wet turd and his finger was fully covered in poop. So he was super grossed out and gagging earlier today. It's been like the most shitty adventures. What's Nerva's quote is when she was
emotional damage.
The quote was when she was projectile pooping and Nerva walked over slowly and says, "Is that pee?" And my mom's like, No, it's not." Because we're all just like, and it lasted so long, like you wouldn't believe. And it was such a strong arc stream. And he's like, "Is that pee?" And we're all like, "No, it's not. No, it's not." Would you look at there as a wish list? No! Stay away from the wish list, pretty. You guys, if you have any suggestions for puppy stuff to put on there, I've been so exhausted. I haven't spent very much time. I put a couple things on there. Some like waterproof blankets, a cute little bowl for the little lady, and some chew toys. But if you guys have any suggestions, we don't have a name yet, so I haven't picked out name specific things, you know, if she has a theme, like if she's gonna be named like something cutesy like Cherry or Sprinkles or something, you know. So yeah, we have some pretty generic stuff right now. They're immensely sweet and gentle, even 90% of the invertebrates. Personally, I'm focused on the snakes, but they're extraordinarily gentle and chill among most of other pets. That's so interesting. Sorry I'm so delayed on like reading stuff. Have you seen bearded dragons trying to run on a hardwood floor? Oh my god, I bet they're slippy. They're like, they probably look like turtles, like sliding on a slick surface. I've seen bearded dragons up close. My friend had 2 of them before, but yeah. They're very low maintenance, especially compared to most. I mean, snakes, they don't even eat that often, right? You feed them like something and then yeah. Sounds like a shitty way. It was. Ramrod, hello. I mean, what do you expect to happen when you're sticking your hand in a dog's mouth full of You're right. You know, he should have just like, you know, pinch the top of the snoot and squeeze the cheek a little bit till it opened and dropped, but he reached in and there is full poopage in there. When you got the puppy, you got to poop. Never! Call to action, pile the thing. Chat, let me know. Do they make soundproof dog houses yet for the 4th of July? Oh my god, that'd be great. I live out in the middle of nowhere, so that's good. Rainbow for when she came home and made a brown rainbow. It's like her arc of rainbow. That's how we learn, I guess. Snakes eat very rarely on schedules. Oh, also they poop very rarely too. Some snakes, like blood pythons, poop like once a... What? That's insane. Wait, so how often do you have to feed yours? How do you know when you need to feed them again? Do they exhibit like The brown note is only a frequency noise. Oh my god, I love you, little hollow. Hello, Brown. Oh my god, it's so funny. But yeah. So it's been really chaotic, so I haven't gotten the best photos, and we gotta try to get some more. Where's my phone? Let me pull up some. Also, I ordered samples of two blankets with Mizu art on it. It's not plugged in. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Matt. Welcome to the Fuwa Squad. Thank you for coming and hanging out. I ordered two blankets. For the of Mizu merch stuff. And they just showed up today and they're pretty cute. They're pretty cute. I've been trying to get photos, but they're so busy or they're sleeping. Also, the boy gives you very judgmental looks, but he's very sweet. Oh, when he pooped in the house or peed in the house earlier, it was pretty funny because I told him, I said, what are you doing? You don't pee in the house. And I said, what did you do? And he looked at me and he cowered to the ground and he plopped down and then he bounced back a couple times and then he threw himself to the floor and then went and like threw his legs in the like air, and it was like he was like, I know I'm naughty, Mom, but I'm trying not to be naughty, but I can't help it, and I'm having a social dilemma. Which is pretty funny. He's a character, and she's very sweet. She's a little devious though. She starts naughty stuff sometimes. So this is him and her right there. Not a very good photo. This is her. We put a little collar that we had for Ty, and it has like a little bow back here and a jingle bell, and she likes the jingle bell. So you can see this is like the whole of a shoe. So you can kind of see how short she is. This is like maybe a foot, if that, you know. And then this one, that's the boy right there chewing on something. And then this is both of them in the crate. So you can see this one's the boy and this one's the girl. You can just see she's not really that far back from him, like angled wise, like how smaller. She's about like a little, she almost looks less than half his size. And then this is her on Linker Poo's bed. And this is an iPhone cable and a body pillow, if that helps. So he's like, she really likes Linker Poo's bed. And it's not even like a dominant thing. This is her. She's a little princess. She's very sweet. And then this is her in the, yeah, this is her in the car when we picked her up. And she has a little toy here, so you can see her face. And then this is her in the car before the poopscapades. This is him in the car. Oh, sorry, ignore the Nerva face. This is the on the way to pick her up. This is the chonk, and this is when we first got the chonk home. So yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but you can see like how like compared to my hand right here. Compared to like me holding him, he's like over double. She had some schmutz on her, but yeah, she little baby. She a little lady. We keep calling her little lady, so she might end up being little lady. So yeah. So I have 4 dogs now. I have a Rottweiler, a Karen Terrier, or 2 Rottweilers, a Karen Terrier, and a Husky. Oh, and this, you know, here's, let me see if I have some cute Linkerpoo moment really quick. This was Linkerpoo being cute the other day. And then, do I have a picture of Ty? He was so cute the other day. I don't know if I have a picture of him. I have some videos, but I want to watch them too. Oh, and then, yeah. So, I don't have a good picture of Ty offhand right now, but here's Linkerpoo chewing a chewy stick after we got the first puppy home. This is Linkerpoo after the second one came home on the bed looking at me like I'm pooped. Why? What have you done? And then this was the picture that my dad sent me when they were at the puppy place. And this is so that you remember when I said that they pulled him out from under her to take him away. This is how they were. So we had to go back and get her. Yup. I know. So yeah. So that's the story of how we ended up with 2 large new puppy. Like, they're gonna be big. They're gonna be bigger than Linkerpoo possibly. He looks big, but he's mostly fluff. He's only like 60 pounds, 65 pounds. They must be extra sensitive to the brown now. Mine's a baby boa. He is currently on a... Okay, so boas are constrictors then. A schedule for 1 weaned rat every 2 weeks, and their behavior when hungry is complicated. Snakes are opportunistic predators, so they will never turn down food. If you reason responsibility as an owner to make sure they metabolize, grow at a healthy pace. So can you tell when they finally digested their past meal, and that's when you give them another one if they have the lump in them and how far along it's gone, I'm assuming. And you have 3 puppies. What kind what kind of little puppers do you have? Tell me about your puppers, and if you guys want to post in the Discord, please feel free to. So anyway, sorry I'm behind on chat. I just was telling stories. I was thinking tonight would be a great day to play the poop game, but at the same time, you're kind of playing it right now at home. This is true. You know what? We can play it. Puppy had no idea what an amazing life it has. Oh, you're so sweet, Ramrod. So cute. You could call her Princess. Yeah. So, okay, at the same time, like, even though it's funny, I don't really want to name her anything about poop because I feel like Linkerpoo is like Winnie the Pooh. His name was Link, and then we called him Linky Poo, and then it turned into Linkerpoo. You know, so like I don't want her identity to only be poop because I would feel so sad. I know that she's just a puppy, but and Norfolada, how are you doing? I know. So isn't he a derp? This is theirs. He has big clod hoppers, and he's so clumsy. And he when you tell him he's being naughty, he knows he's being naughty, and he like gives you a kiss and he apologizes. But then he like throws a tantrum on the ground and flops around and goes and throws himself around like he's having an internal like turmoil because he knows he's not supposed to be naughty, but he wants to so badly. And then this is the little princess. The little princess. It's a little baby. So yeah. I think... I know it's hard to tell the difference. I think you can tell the difference between them. They have different shaped face. Also, she's a female and he's a male. And in Rottweilers, they typically look fairly different. They are both... Oh, and yeah, this is Ty. Right here. There's Ty. So he looks like a big fluffy mop to them and they love it. And he is so happy. He's been bringing them toys and he wiggles all over the place. His whole body just wiggles. He just wiggles. He's so happy. And now I leave for several months again. I conquer. Now I need to go to bed. Good night, Norv. Thanks for stopping by. Glad you enjoyed the puppy times. Yo, thank you for all the loves, like... But you're not gonna name her Fate. You maybe. Our last Karen Terrier before Ty was named Rascal. Actually, this is our fourth and fifth Rottweiler. So since I've been alive, we had Jake when I was little, and Scoot was a Rottweiler, and we had Scooter that was half Pom, half Chihuahua, and then we had Balto, the Rottweiler, and then we had Rascal, the Cairn Terrier, and then after Rascal passed away, or Balto passed away, we got Blaze, who is the one who recently passed, and then this is our second Cairn Terrier, Ty. And so Blaze was our third Rot, and then they got the Chonk, and then now this is my first female dog ever. All of them have been boys, so now I can buy cute things. We'll see how big she is, though. Thank you for head pats. Is my VTuber already broken again, chat? What the heck? Thank you for the loves. Is it somebody? Let's see. Does it work now? Okay. But yeah. All I see is a mop. He's such a silly little thing. I'll have to get some funny photos. He's just been the best, though. He really likes it. Link's a little bent out of shape, but he's getting over it. I think this is so cute. It's a little flower flute bowl. This is the breed he is. He's a Cairn Terrier. And he looks a lot like this. He's they're called a Wheaton is this coat pattern, and yeah. They start out like a dark color, like brown like this, and then they turned blonde. But yeah, they're very tough and resilient. They're tough little things, and he's not a morning dude, and he doesn't like getting up. Oh yeah, and it's like Toto in the Wizard of Oz was a Cairn Terrier, if you guys didn't know. You had a pupper named Balto? Named Balto? Yes. So my Rottweiler before Blaze, who is the one that just passed away. I know I've had a lot of dogs. That one was Balto. No, you're fine. I'm sorry that I'm like all over the place. You're completely fine. Don't worry. I appreciate the time you spend to type this stuff. General rule of thumb is you feed them something that leaves a little lump in their midsection, and then you leave them alone for 2 days minimum. Then you can handle them at your discretion. And if they're feeling all right with it, and you just go off of how big the prey item is how long you wait. Bigger prey, longer time. It's a lot of... That must be so hard. You must have a knack for it. Are they like really delicate in the sense like you fuck up? Like... So I used to have fish. All sorts of fish. And everything that could go wrong went wrong. And finally, I killed so many fucking fish that I just was like... The last couple I had that survived. Take them! Take them, please, for the love of God! Somebody take them! I am killing them all, and it's really sad, and I'm done. I love them. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like them. They're pretty cute. Thank you for 2 years. I know. In March, I hit 5 years on Twitch, which is just... It's weird. Wild. That's a long time to stick with something. Such a good... Yeah, that's what he was named after too. And then of course Balto is after, like, you know, all of the, you know, invention and moving of penicillin and what all of that is based on a true story and a true dog, right? So hi Temporal. Yeah, the puppers. I love dogs so much. I miss having one. Oh my god, I can't live without one. We've had it where, you know, we had none because they passed away and got old. We try to separate their ages so it's, you know, not as sad so often back to back. And we were a 2-dog family for a really long time, and then we got Linker Poo, and then when Rascal passed away, we still had Linker Poo and Blaze, and I realized this is really morbid, but I realized, you know, having 3 was so much better and just the perfect number, because when you have 1 and it dies, then, you know, you have none, and that's really sad. When you have 2 and 1 dies, then you're left with 1 and they're lonely, and that's really sad. And when you have 3, then they still have each other, you know, and it's been a lot more happier. But my dogs have been so upset the last 3 weeks how Blaze died. His stomach flipped, and it was while my parents were on vacation with him, and I had Ty and Link, and it was really bad and really sad and just a lot for our family. And since, yeah, I mean, it's pretty quick when it happens. It's about an hour and they die, and he was 11 and a half. Boxy, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. And it's like surgically, there's nothing you can do. He died on the way to the vet in my dad's arms. My dad's been a mess. They gave him they didn't even like pay for or pick out a box. They sent us this card with like 13 or 14 different letters from the vets, and then like from all the nurses at the emergency vet office, which isn't even our vet. We just went to one, and then they paid to have him cremated, which we've never done before, and I think it's a lot better, because we always have to build a box and bury them, and it's really sad. Never been a big cemetery burial kind of person with people either. And they went and picked up his ashes, and it was in this, we thought it'd be like in a cardboard box. It's in this like hardwood, like hand carved, like fancy box. It's like this big. It's heavy. Well, ashes, I think, because of they're so pure and dense with the fineness, I think they are heavy. But it's like this super fancy, it's stained, it has hinges on it, like nice box. And my dad just, he's not even really that much of a crier. He'd just bawl. And then when my parents got the puppy, he was so excited and emotional to get the puppy that my mom called to ask about it, and he couldn't talk to the lady because he was crying. And then when he took us to go get our puppy, he started crying because we were gonna buy it, and I asked my mom, I have the money, I could pay for it, but just to be responsible with my finances. Twitch isn't like, woo, money, and like sometimes, like even with sponsors, you know, I haven't been paid out for like 8 months before from a sponsor. Like, you just don't know. And so I was like, can I pay you $500 this month and $500 next month? And on the drive there, they were like, we're just gonna buy it for you, it's a present. So, and my dad started crying. So it was pretty cute, yeah. But yeah, so that's how we ended up with 2. And oh my god, I this morning I felt really guilty because it's been really hard on our family. It's just been really traumatic. It was bad, and we didn't know what was happening. And like I was kind of mean when they brought him home, and I was like, why didn't you go to the vet with the one that passed? And it was just a lot. It was just a lot of stress. And then the dogs, they didn't understand because they didn't get to sniff him and see that he passed. Like all of our other animals, they have passed at home, most of them. And so they understand. Whereas like him, my parents went on vacation, took Blaze, came back like 4 days later. We had like an argument. There was a lot of crying. My parents left again and then came back with no Blaze. Do you see what I mean? And so the dogs are like, what the fuck? Where did he go? The other 2, you know? And so they've been so happy. Like a couple days before we went and even decided to get the puppy, they were like throwing up, like upset tummy throwing up. So they're happy that they have babies. My dog loves babies. Both of them do. So, but yeah, I got emotional this morning when my parents got home because I had to watch them and Nerva was busy for part of today and it was just a lot. And my body is, you guys know I have a lot of health issues, and my body was so sore and I felt like I was gonna throw up all day and I couldn't eat anything. And I'm just so tired, and like I hadn't streamed in a couple days and my streams have been spotty, and then I can't get a hold of my cardiologist, still hasn't decided, and I think they left before finishing my stuff. And I just like started crying this morning and apologizing to my mom because I was like, I don't know if I should have got a puppy. Like I don't know if my health is good enough right now for me to take care of a puppy, you know? Sorry, I'm not. And my mom gave me a hug and she's like, taking care of one puppy is just as easy as taking care of two. So Dad and I can take care of it, and gave me a hug and said it was just fine. So it was pretty cute. Everyone who got the ad, thank you for watching it. Thank you. So she's like, everybody's been sending me to bed to go take naps. But yeah, it's been a lot. But I'm sure in a week it's gonna be way better, and then in a month it's gonna be even better. So it is what it is. But yeah. They're fairly resilient. Boas in particular are like tanks as long as you get their humidity and heat right. Plus, it helps they have a little log out for him. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Time to send Mizu to bed to take a nap. I know, it's just an adjusting period. Yeah, I felt so bad because like I didn't want to like pawn it off on my parents or whatever, you know, and everything. And so my mom's like, dude, like I was like tired, and I was like, I'm sure you guys are tired, and she's like Morgan, like you're sick, you have a lot of health issues, it's fine, I'm not mad that you're pawning your puppy, like you're not, I don't think you're pawning your puppy off on me, go to bed. And they're for now keeping both of them in the crate in their room so I don't have to get up in the night. So but yeah, Nerva leaves tomorrow. Mom says she'll take care of him so that I can stream. So yep. Has the rodent in the... I have more stories about that too. The night we got home from the shit, it was being really loud in the wall. Have you posted? I haven't gotten any good photos. They're all kind of blurry. I can show you though, Ninja Gato. How are you doing? I need to tomorrow because, well, they're still little because they're gonna grow every day. Take a bunch of photos. If Nerva... We had an issue with Nerva. Oh my god. Today, we had an issue with Nerva's camera. We were gonna take photos and then he's packing right now because he leaves tomorrow, and he comes over to me and he's like, I can't get the battery out of my camera. He popped it in and it wouldn't, like, you know, they like have a spring and click in. They were freaking stuck, and he chose the one. We've never had this happen. I didn't know this was a thing. We chose a bad battery and put it in the camera, and we didn't know it had gone bad. They're not that old. It's maybe like a year and a half old, like, and we don't use it that often. It was a swollen battery, and apparently that happens, and we got lodged in his camera, and we had to pry it out, and then yeah, so that was today. And then the rodent in the wall. So the night that we brought home the puppies, so here's the two of them. We got both of them. This is Linkerpoo. This is the Chonk. This is the Chonk. This is the boy puppy, and he's in my arms on the way to get his sister. And then this is our little girl puppy. Ignore the schmutz on her. She hadn't had a bath yet. Kaiser, thank you so much again for the follow. I appreciate it. So yeah. Damn, some big... Yeah, they're gonna be big. They're gonna be... Look at him. He's so dramatic, too. And you make, like, faces at him, and he looks at you. Like, judge. He judges. judges. He absolutely judges you. And there's him chewing on something, and then there's her. You can see how tiny she is looking out a window. They're 9 weeks old as of Saturday. But yeah, she's very sweet when she sleeps a lot, especially. So yeah. But they're Rottweilers, so they'll be big. They'll be big. Yep. What was that? Oh, the rodent in the wall. So it was cruncha. I got up and I asked my parents. My room is carpeted. I have a large wall between me and my bathroom, and then I have a loft in my room. My loft is carpeted, and I was sitting in my room getting ready for bed after we got home, the poop explosion, and I hear thumping, walking in my room. And I was like, okay, I don't think a mouse is that heavy sounding. So I went and asked my parents, and I said, I'm pretty sure that whatever is either in my room or in my wall is a pack rat because of this, and this. And it's like 10:30 at night, which isn't that late, but after the day we had, we picked her up at 11. So we left at, the puppy got up at like 6 that day, and then we left at 9:30, something like that. So it was a long day. My parents got up, got the ladder, and looked in my looked all over on my shelves, because I have a shelf that wraps my whole entire I live in a log cabin. I have a shelf that wraps my whole room, and then the loft. My dad went up there, looked in the loft to see if there was like fresh poop of like a varmint, looked around, looked to like all the holes and stuff, and make sure all my plushies were fine. And so we confirmed it's in the wall, not my room. We also confirmed that we're pretty sure that it is larger than a mouse and is most likely a pack rat, or it's Angel's squirrel, and it got in my wall. And I think it has babies, because I was sitting on my bed with Linkerpoo, and I was singing the Linkerpoo song, and I was going, Linkerpoo, we're gonna have a snack time. Linkerpoo, and then all of a sudden I hear in my wall. And I'm pretty sure it was because the babies were like, hey, wait, is that our mommy? Beep, 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 beep. So yeah, that's also something that's going on. It's been a long couple weeks, okay? But yeah, ashes are dense because of the same, yeah, no, 100%. So that's probably why it's so heavy, but yeah. Plus stress is a big thing with snakes you want to avoid, but it's very easy to train the stress response out of them, where they start breaking out of their instinctive fear response. Oh, because you have a constrictor, right? So like, so if they get stressed, they do it. That's really interesting. Chewbacca and Princess Leia. My parents always think about naming our Karen Terriers Chewy because of it. Hi! Hello, station! How are you doing? No, that's crazy. Hate that for you. It's okay. It's just, it happens. It's, you know, it sounds like so gross and stuff, but it's like, it's just what happens when you live in the woods. Like when you live in like, you know, neighborhoods and even suburban areas and stuff, you know, or in the city, you don't get so, you know, as many wild animals, but like, you know, you live out in the middle of the woods in Montana, and when it's going into winter, and, you know, they're looking for a place to nest, you know, when you opening and taking in the groceries, they run in the door. And I have a log cabin house, and they find like little places or some weird siding piece that wasn't put on, or a little hole because we built it and it never fully got finished, so like the whole house isn't fully trimmed out, you know. If any of you guys have ever built a house yourself, or have a family member who builds a house, and like their house builders, sometimes they don't finish their own houses. It's just every house I've ever lived in, we always have like something unfinished, and yeah, they find those little places, and then they're like, hey, and then once you'll go forever and it's fine. And then you get one. You kill it. You get rid of it. And then another one goes in the same place because they can smell the trail of the other ones. And so once they found a spot, they'll keep coming in until you get rid of that hole. And it's like, ugh. So they stink really bad. So obviously they're not in the house, but they're in the wall. And so at least my squishables are safe. But yeah. The husky pup will train. Yes. And Ty, my Karen Terrier, has been so cute too. He's been like bringing them stuff, and then the boy jumped on his back and he put him in his place. And also the biggest thing right now I'm working on, obviously the poop issue with her, and then because I have 2 puppies, I've never had this issue because I've never had 2 litter mates before, you know. They want to big time wrestle like puppies do, and I just don't like that. It's just not, you know, they're gonna be very large dominant dogs. I've had Rottweilers. This will be our 4th and 5th Rottweiler, and they're, you know, they have big paws. When they get big, they're strong. If they were to bite you, they bite hard. And so I don't really, and my other dogs are very sensitive. They like to be, you know, pet gently. They like to be, you know, play with each other fairly gently when they big time wrestle, and they don't like being bit. And so I'm, you know, that's the biggest thing I'm working on, is like this big time wrestling and shit, you know. You guys can do it, but if you guys are biting each other and making these like nasty like noises, I'm like, nope, we're not doing that. That's puppy stuff, and you're not babies anymore, and we're not gonna do that, because, you know, in a few weeks they're gonna be double that size, and then it's not gonna be so cute. So you know, but yeah. Prize the husky hasn't, you know, Ninja Gato, you would think, because he has such a strong prey drive, he has caught, killed, and brought me a dead chipmunk. How the fuck did he catch a chip? He brought me a hummingbird before. He got a grouse. I'm like, he has a crazy kill drive. But then there's been like a mouse running across the floor. I see it. He sees it. He does nothing. He's gotten to the point where he's like, it's the house mouse. It got in. It's you know, he gets outside. He'll chase stuff, stalk it. It gets in the house. He's like, well, it's the house mouse now. And I'm like, Link, kill the mouse. He'll kill. If a fly is buzzing me, he'll walk over to me and catch and kill a fly out of midair. But a mouse gets in the house. He's like, it's the house mouse now. Like, yeah, he's like, well, it's just, you know, Jerry. He's just there now. He made it in. Survival of the fittest. I guess he's here now. And I'm like, Link, can you kill the mouse? And he's like, nah, man. It's the house mouse now. I do have Funko Pops. I have too many of them. I had to stop collecting because it was too much. My money. I need my own house with all my collections. My mom's like, stop buying stuff. I'm like, but my viewers gifted to me. Stop putting stuff on your wish list. If they get stressed, they're more likely to regurgitate. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, okay. That goes for all snakes. Constrictors are your favorite personally because they tend to get larger, and they're also the slowest and more gentle. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I feel like overall they also just, like, obviously they bite, but they don't bite to kill, you know? And that, you know, most people who have pets, I think, mostly have constrictors. I think they're just more, they're like the puppy snakes. I have helped build my mom's house, and yeah, there's always things pop up right? There's always something unfinished. There's always like, we can get to that, and then never gets to it, you know, because it's at your leisure because you're building it. The amount of poop that puppy did now, imagine what it's adult aware. Dude, I know. Dude, the trunk has big shits too. So yeah, has standards. Mouse and him are apparently. I'm like, Link, can you kill the mouse? And he's like, that's the house mouse now, Mom. That's just that he's chill. Him and our homies. And I'm like, okay. Dude, I said Chungus too. I see Angel said Chungus. I said the same thing. They said that to name mine Squirt. And I said, if mine squirt, yours is Chungus. That's what I told my parents. Mizu has a story to tell. It's about shit, literally. Dude, my life is shitty, like physically and metaphorically in so many ways. It's not even funny at this point. It's not an exaggeration. It's legit. Like, it just, it is what it is. But yeah, it's been, yeah. Hi, Bonnie. Hello, how are you doing? The boopa scoot. The boopa scoopa boopa. Best place to escape the poop, the internet. Downstairs in my basement where naughty puppy, only Ty, only recently is allowed in here, and only sometimes because he knocks shit over on my shelves. Because he likes to explore and he climbs everything. Like, literally, we have an ottoman on one side with a chair and an ottoman on the other side, and they're pretty far away. And, like, the other day, before we had the puppies, Ty got on one of the ottomans and was like, parkour! Jumped, face planted into the side of the other ottoman because he missed and ricocheted off. And I'm like... And he takes full... You know how your dogs usually have, like, a spot that's like theirs and they like laying there? They have their spots and they don't really deviate that much for it. Not him. He enjoys the luxury of every inch of the house, every furniture. He lays, he climbs on everything. And then Link is like a mountain goat and he likes to perch on things, especially out in the yard, you know? But yeah, Ty is just over here. He's like parkouring around the house and sleeping in straight. Sometimes I can't find him because he's in a new location that I haven't seen him at yet. And he's not a morning dude, so when if anybody gets up early in the morning, he's like laying on the top of the couch and he looks at you like, bruh, the sun only came up an hour ago. I am not getting my toes cold right now. Don't bother me. And he like buries his head in a blanket. The boopa scoopa. If snakes bite, actually, they're scared. Easy to recognize before the... Yeah, they make body language. Yeah. Same thing with dogs. Most dogs. Your food. Fair enough. Very easy to avoid, whatever reason. Yeah, I guess if you were handling something that they think is food too, you probably smell like it. Even then, I'd much rather be bitten by any snake, minus the hot species that exist, than any cat or dog, because snake bites are more shocking than painful. Oh, really? I guess, like, unless it's like a super venomous one, because they like latch on. I think most of the time it's a strike, you know. Or what? Or do they just strike? Maybe they don't latch on. I guess if they thought you were prey, they would latch on. Wondering if I should dye my hair at 1 a.m. That sounds like a decision that I would make myself. If I had a nickel for when I still had hair every time I dyed my hair a bunch of colors in the middle of the night. I feel that. I do. I do. All right. I don't even know what we're gonna do today. I had to at some point tell you guys about the poop story. We had to get through it. We had to talk about it. It was you know, I feel like last night I dreamt about cleaning up dog poop. Yeah, no, I totally had a nightmare about dog poop last night. Dude, I will never be able to unlive what I've lived this, like, week. There's no helping it at this point. I'm so tired, too. I've barely been able to eat. And I had to throw away my Chick-fil-A because I felt like the car was full of fecal matter too much that I couldn't keep my chicken nuggets that I didn't eat. I did get more Irwin art a couple days ago. I haven't even posted it. Also, I don't know if King of Fables is here. I still haven't freaking sent him his present for winning the thing for sponsors. It's just, I'm sure, I know him though. I'm sure he's gonna be like, it's fine, Misu. And I'm like, I am so sorry. Real talk though, it's a month by month. Yeah, it gets easier. I think once we get this, like, number one, the explosive shits. Number two, for my own, like, mental stability, we figure out she either is perfectly normal, or we figure out the bottom of what's going on with the health stuff with her, so that I can have peace of mind, because I have horrific anxiety with, like, my dogs getting something wrong with them. I mean, after this summer with Linkerpoo's seizures and his weird growths and having the, like, and then they're fine. My anxiety, dude, I'm an anxious person, and I'm someone who I just need to fucking know, you know? I thought the explosion shits were number two. Yeah, true. And then after that, once we just get a hold of, for me, this big time wrestling, like, thing, because Rottweiler, like, for instance, they have two dominant males in one's 4 months old, and then they had the breeding dad and then the Bob. And they were like going at it, like, you know, and they had to tell him to knock it off a couple times. And personally, we have a very calm household. The doggies, even my husky, couch potatoes. They're snuggly. They're sweet. You can take anything you want out of their mouth. Like, do they howl and bark? Maybe too much. Absolutely. Do they have their naughty things we let them do? Absolutely. But for me, the biggest thing, the two big things will be knock that shit off with the big time wrestling that sounds like they're gonna eat each other, and get a hold of, you know, the bottom line of the health issue that she has going on, making sure that I don't, you know, it's like, does she have, you know, a glucose issue? Does she have, you know, liver, you know, I feel, my mom's like, it'll be like $250 to have a panel done, and I was like, I don't really care. I would rather know than not know, and then we can go from there, you know. And so, you know, we'll probably get into the vet in the next couple weeks, you know. And then if she's completely normal and she's been normal, then I'll ask the vet what their opinion is, and they're like, just wait, then, you know, just wait. But if she's still a little finicky, I will be insistent on she has a gluten intolerance. Imagine. I was like, and my mom's like, of course the girl who has IBS gets an IBS dog. And I'm like, tell me about it. Tell me. And then Lord Athelstan on Twitter, him and Nanners are together, and he tweeted, he was like, why do the cutest girls have the most tummy issues? And I was like, oh my god. Hashtag relatable. Hashtag relatable. But yeah, so it is what it is. I also have some other art coming in that I ordered a bit ago that you guys were on stream with me when I was deciding what I wanted. She sent me some sketches today. And then I got blankets today with our artwork on it. I still need to make a Irwin art into a blanket so that I have, because he's our main artist, and so I want for sure to have a blanket with his art on it and figure that out. And then, yeah, so I have a whole rainbow of dyes and hair half as long as Nerva. So, yo, you have all the options. All you need is some bleach, and your hair is your canvas. Snake teeth are needle-like, built to just grab and hold. They aren't built to lacerate and tear. Yeah. It's you're gonna get like a puncture wound with them. He's the only one to stream to rant about that. Dude, there was no way I could possibly tell you guys this story without verbally telling it to you. Don't you agree? How would I have typed all of this to you? Wait till Karate here. She heard some of it, but my god, her butt was like a water spout. I could beat the story, but I'm not going to. That's how you know it's pretty bad. I say Genshin, but it's only because I'm on Genshin. It's a month to month. Yeah, it'll get better. It'll get better. But yeah, I was very emotional. I was very emotional this morning mostly because my health is not good right now. Like, real talk, you guys know I've been having these blood pressure. I feel awful, especially the last, like, it was like up and down and up and down. I was doing a little better. The last week, awful. Not good. I've just been like horrifically tired. Even when I sleep, I'm tired, and then I have really bad insomnia. I just been in kind of just not. Every time I'm like upright, and so I emailed my cardiologist today. Hopefully, I don't know if he already left because I got one that was leaving 6 weeks after my appointment. But all my tests came back, so I'm really hoping that, number one, it's either now that my blood pressure is settled after doubling my medicine, I'm just not used to it being lower. So it's like so high, and now it's normal, and now I feel like comatose, right? Or number two, maybe I should just swap medicine, and maybe I'll feel better. You know, maybe it's just not great, too much fluctuation, you know, and strain on my body, and I just need to swap meds. You know, it could be as easy as that, or have a different one on top. So yeah. Hi Pixie though, how are you doing? Thank you. It's going good. Yeah, my dog's wrestling sounds so brutal, and it's so calm. Yeah, they want to talk the big baddie. These ones are pretty gnarly with each other. And hi Mystic, how are you doing? They hurt each other and make each other cry, and like you have to pull one off the other. So when they're by themselves, they're like these little sweethearts. When you get them together, they're like gonna eat each other. But I'm also happy that she's as spunky as she is, even though they're both being little brats. Because I'm like, well, that's good, because she's obviously not been like, I don't know, isolated from the puppy and her parents and stuff, because like she's confident enough to like take on the big boy, you know, and take his toy away from him and slam him around. She grabs him by the leg and drags him. Like, so no, IBS dog, of course, ours too. Yeah, Pixie, you might just have to go back and watch the beginning of the stream, because I tell you what, it was a traumatic weekend. It's been a long weekend. There was a dog who pooped in it so much that someone tried to steal my puppy. Then it took like 3 or 4 hours to get an hour-and-a-half drive home. And then, and then we got home, and then she projectile pooped a stream. So yeah. You ain't see that every day. You ain't see that every day. I've seen a lot of poops. I've seen a lot of different kinds of poops. I've seen scat. I've seen all. I used to live on a farm, but I ain't never seen a poop like that before. I tell you what. Now that was a poop legend. I do have the Pixies that do puppy. So this is I don't have very good ones. I need to take some time tomorrow. So this is the boy, and then this is the girl, and we went back and got her. And then here's Linkerpoo. Linkerpoo after I brought home the second one, and he's like, "Are you joking? Are you joking, mother? You're kidding, right? Why is there two now?" This is Chonk. They don't have names yet. This is the boy. This is the big Chonk. He's double the size of her because she's the runt and has some health issues. This is Chonk in the car going to get his sister. This is the little baby after we picked her up. She's very little. This is her. This is her. This is our little princess. You can see how tiny she is. Look at this. Is my wrist. Her head is the size of my wrist. And this is a Rottweiler puppy. Our last Rottweiler was huge, though. He was 130 pounds. He is a big boy. This is the two of them. So you can see this one's Chonk and then this one's her. And then this is her next to our sliding door. So if that kind of, this is a shoe. Kind of gives you a perspective of how tiny she is. That's like a screw hole. But yeah. Why is he heavier than me? That's what I'm saying, dude. Dude, that's what I'm saying. He's our biggest rot we had. We had like a 90-pound one, 110-pound one, and he was like, he had a huge neck. None of our old collars fit him, and he was always the puppy clothes didn't come in his size, and yeah, he was 130 pounds when he was muscular. You get to, yeah, thanks, monkey. I figured like we hadn't streamed in a while, and I just should hang out with everybody. Nerva has to leave tomorrow too, so I probably won't stay up much longer. Actually been doing slightly better than normal. Still my bad days, but I've been somewhat active and productive since. Oh, well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. It just gives you something to do. That's nice. Little by little, so far I've gotten almost 2. Let's go! Yeah, she's a feisty lady. She is. Dude, she was trying to blast off with the power. That she was. She thought that she was a rocket, but she was not. Well, she cosplayed as a rocket ship. She did one. Oh, man, I've done a poop like that. Dude, that's true. We all have had one of those, but she's so small. Just the amount of poop, projectile poop, was astonishing. I'll never be able to unsee what I saw that day. And unsmell what I swear it's still on me, no matter how much I bathe myself. But yeah, he just has that look. Why did you bring me more home? Yeah, doesn't Link look like mother? Like, his eyes are dilated, so he's happy. He's not mad, but he's judging. He's judging. He has the judge. And then also, look at how judgmental his face is. He's like... Let me see it. Why is he heavier than me? Dude, Link has this... He's 9. And he's like... I am too old for this shit. That's exactly what he feels like. Let me, I think I have some videos. Let me see. Okay, that was when they were all being crazy. Oh, yeah, this was earlier. Okay. They were tuckering each other out earlier, chasing each other around. Oh, here's a blanket. I don't have the picture of the other one. This is me standing holding it over my head. I ordered the big one, and then I don't have the Kyrie art one, the photo of it, but there's that one. I wanted to order the blankets to see how they were before I put them on the thing. Oh my god, can you imagine if we had a video footage of it? Yeah, for real. Oh my god, I can only imagine. That'd be horrific. I don't want to see that again. This is them fighting over this wishbone. Ty's just like, bruh. I know you're short, but well, I thought it was gonna be a little smaller. I guess it's like queen size, but I thought the other one was like twin size. So I was like, oh, that's not big enough. But yeah, no, it's pretty big. So this one was, I think, 35 like before shipping and like what it cost just to make it before any profit. And then the smaller one is 25. But I got both large. I probably should have got one of each, but I couldn't choose. And then I need to put at least one Irwin art on one. And then you guys can have options. Because I already bought commercial rights to everything. Let's see. What else do I got here? On my phone. On my phone. Do I have any other videos? I don't know. I have him be... Oh, this is so cute. Oh, yeah. This one's really cute. This one's really cute. Yo, if I show you guys a video of me looking really ugly, are you gonna judge me? Because it's pretty cute what he does, but not what I do. You know what I mean? Okay, well, you guys can see me looking exceptionally ugly, okay? Not a good angle. Not a good angle, and you guys can deal with it, okay? So first off, we got... This is in the car.
Oh, that's your dog. Look, he's like confused. He's so... Is that you? Oh my goodness. Look at that.
And then he proceeds to do this.
What do you think? That's you. That's you. Whoa. Whoa. That's you.
He zooms the camera in on himself. She understands mirrors like Linkerpoo, and she stares at you through the mirror. So that's really funny. Here is me looking ugly. Don't judge me. They just brought him home, and I'm holding. He's like, who is this crazy weirdo holding me?
He looks so like concerned.
See, he's so judgmental.
I'm out of here. Get me the fuck out of here.
He did not like me. He was like, look at him. Look at that judging face. Look at how judgmental he is.
What?
That little squeak. He looks so like concerned.
He's like, what
is wrong with this?
He's like, what in the hell?
I'm out of here. Get me the fuck out of here.
See, it's so cute. I like it's not a good angle for me, but I feel like, and I had no makeup and but like I was like, it's too cute not to show you guys. But yeah, it's so funny him in the car. Like you can see when he realizes that it's him.
What do you think? Oh, that's your dog. Look, he's like confused. He's so... Is that you?
See, this is the next day. So that was day 1. The other one, and then this is the next day. He likes me more, as you can see, and before we got his poopy sister.
Look at that.
He likes the phone. He likes the phone. I think Nervo is yawning because he was running off no sleep. And then I have one more. This is also an ugly photo of me, but it's a cute photo of them. So deal with it. There we go. Because why would I wear makeup at home? Nobody does that. So this is me this morning. Because they were being naughty. And Nerva was busy. And I didn't want to have to watch them. But they also were not used to being in the crate. Like, except for at nighttime. And they were upset and crying. And I couldn't handle it. So I went and I brought some blankets and I laid next to the crate and they fell asleep. And this is me laying next to them. And I was watching YouTube on my phone and they had started out sitting next to each other, leaned in so they could see on my phone, and we were all watching YouTube on my phone for like a half hour. Oh, we can see how big she is when they're next to Ty. Oh, yeah. Because, like, Ty's, like, 20 pounds. Like, yeah. So, like, you can kind of see. And, like, that video where they were, like, thrashing around. Like, so he's going to be bigger than Ty pretty quick here. Actually, I think Ty's more than 20 pounds. He's bigger than our last Karen, and he's supposed to be smaller. He ended up being huge. See how big she is when she... But yeah, see, like, look how tiny. So, like, I know the dimensions because they're, like, angled, but you can see, like, she's half his size as he is. And they're like I said, same litter, born the same day. And then, like, see how big Ty is. So, but yeah. The puppies really, 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 really want to be friends. And the ottoman, she's below. Oh, she can climb under the ottoman. She was trying. So my parents, I told them they were exploring, and my parents are like, "What do you mean? They're so sweet." You know, I came out of my room after a nap after they got home, and my parents played musical furniture because they made a line because our kitchen's over here, and they like stood all of the ottomans up and like moved them around, and she could crawl under, and she was trying to escape, and we had to put we have these little rice bag, like these little noodles of rice that we put in the windowsills during the winter because of the condensation, and my mom shoved them under the couch because she could like Mission Impossible crawl under there. But yeah. And there's Ty. He's so happy. Oh my gosh, Ty. I feel bad because they're gonna be way bigger than him and he doesn't realize. He thinks he's like, I have little buddies that are my size. They're not gonna be his size for long. You know, I wouldn't mind if she ends up staying tiny. She probably won't. A healthy dog will not, but yeah. Oh, that's a good point of reference. Yeah. Yeah, the line here, how tall she is and how tall he is. But yeah, he's like, and you can see like, do we get a clear view of her body? So she is pretty, you can see her hip bone here. She's pretty bony and like stocky in the back. Like, so you can like, and has a pot belly. Which is what, like, smaller puppies, where you can see he looks more like awkward, like, gangly puppy, like, you know what I mean? So he's at least a couple more weeks progressed than she is. But as you can see, she is not shy and gets around just fine, so that's good. She and Ty is just like, there they go. There they go. But yeah. So that's the puppies. That is the puppers. So yeah. And yeah, so we have a blanket of this one too. Whoops. Ta-da! So I'm glad. Thank you guys for coming to just hang out because yeah, it's been cute! Oh my god! Sorry, the artist responded to me. Chat, what socials do I have? Oh. Let's see. Yeah, let me look at my socials. Let me look. Okay, we got I'll send her my website. And then My main platform is Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Chat. Wouldn't you say my main socials are definitely like Twitch, YouTube, Twitter? Then yeah, and then maybe Discord. Yeah, and then. Which is the order that it's on there, too. Oops. I sent her the picture. I said, this is the landing page of my website. My main platform is Twitch, then YouTube and Twitter. After that, Discord, TikTok, merch, etc. Feel free to add as many that look like a good amount with your drawing. They are so cute. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Ooh woo. There we go. Okay. Oh my god, she made Linker Poo look so cute. So cute. So cute. So cute. Now we have more! Fuck! Now there's another one! Too late. I'm not gonna confuse my artist and be like, so we got a puppy. I have another one. And another one. But sit hello! Yeah, we just chilling talking about my explosive diarrhea puppy. And the fact that I have, for some reason, we have 4 dogs now, and 2 of them are babies right now. But yeah, food right now, not because she's hungry, but because I separate them because I was worried about this too, Monkey. So we've been separating them. We feed him in their crates in my parents' room, and her in my room closed. And the first day she actually didn't want to eat, and it was really concerning after that. She was still drinking, but she wasn't eating. And I'm like, yo, you're going to be so lethargic tomorrow if you don't eat. You're a growing puppy. And so we actually put her in his crate and let him stand outside the crate to watch, to egg her on to eat. And then since then, she's eat just fine. And we let Linker Poo in the room if he wants to be while she eats, and she's not bothered, and he doesn't beg or bother her. He just lays down and like keeps watch over the room, and he actually placed himself to his back to her crate and like a weird position where he usually doesn't lay in my room, like he was guarding her and facing the door. So he was protecting his baby, even though he pretends he doesn't like her. He lets her lay with her face in his tail fluff because she sees him and she's like, big fuzzy puppy, oh, I want to touch it. And he's like, don't touch me. Which is me when I see Linker Poo, and I'm like, touch. And he's like, get away from me, Mom. You've smothered me enough. And I'm like, touch the fuzz. He's so soft. When I first got my dog, he'd eat all the food, but I put out for both dogs, and then sometimes unsure they might. Yes, no, it's definitely survival of the fittest with puppies and stuff. Sometimes it's just nice to chill. Yeah, I'm just enjoying chilling and stuff. Twitter and YouTube. Thank you guys. Yeah, thank you. Milkies, you're adorable. Oh my god, that taco's so good. How are you doing? I know. It's the perfect time for a Mizu business card. For the Mizu, wait, for the Mizu business card? What do you mean? oh, because we're talking, duh. What, you know what? I don't have one on my desk. What's wrong with me? You know, sometimes I feel like I should offer, like, as a reward, like, for something to send them, but then they're a business card, and having a reward of a business card seems kind of lame. You know, like it seems kind of lame to have it. I liked mine. See, I think they're cool though, but it's because they're like plastic and like holographic and stuff. I put a lot of effort into those damn business cards. Anybody who was around when I was creating them, you know that I was out there designing. We were on that grind. But yeah, she's doing really good. But yeah. No one eating and others to make sure they're safe and they're not attacked is an instinct. Yeah, no, and we actually feed. So, Link is not highly food motivated, even though he likes to beg me when I'm eating. He likes the ritual of sharing food from his, like, mama, you know? But when it comes to his own food, he doesn't eat it that often. A lot of times, you know, we chuck it, you know, because I put gravy on it sometimes, like this mix. It's this glucosamine mix that is good for their joints, and it's a powder, and you wet it, but then it gets like soggy, so like it tossed it the last few days if he didn't want to eat it. And so he's kind of a grazer, and then Ty, you know, would steal everybody's food, honestly. But he half the time doesn't eat all of his food. So we have raised dog bowls for the big dogs, and then for our last Rottweiler, Blaze, so all of our Rottweilers, if we've gotten them fixed, they become like food monsters. Like before they get fixed, they can just casually eat and they don't gorge themselves, whereas like if, you know, after we got them neutered, then they were like could be tubby McTub-tubs, which is not, you know, if you got it, it's not good for any dog. But when you have a very large dog, it's just not good for their joints and stuff. So like keeping them lean is pretty important, even if they really want more food. But our puppies, they're hungry. My mom is reading. We just got some more puppy chow, and we've only had them for a day. But she was reading and realizing we can feed the boy more than we were feeding him, and how many cups we need to feed him for like what week he's in. I had to Google it. Will you be getting your puppies neutered? Well, I think we need to have her fixed. Personally, if it was a boy. If I had a boy dog, I would probably just wait and see how I feel. If there are two, this is like TMI, but if there are two, like they're humping things or they're like horn dogs, then yes. Like I wish I totally would have studded Linker Poo out and got a baby, you know, out of him, because he has such a great demeanor. You know, I would have tried to see if somebody wanted to use him as a stud dog and got one of their puppies, but it was a rescue, so he was obviously came neutered. But with a female, sometimes, but like Link is not horny at all. He doesn't ever do anything. Every once in a while, he gets like a little frisky, but he really doesn't hump anything. He doesn't really lick himself. He doesn't do any of the weird, gross, like boy dog things. He's like literally like the most innocent boy dog I've ever had. And he was about a year old, so it's not like he was neutered young and that like didn't develop, because you don't want to neuter or spay them until their skeletal system, especially in boys, because testosterone is such a strong hormone. You don't want to like neuter them and like until their bodies are fully developed, because hormones are a huge, you know, developer factor. Lost my last dog to testicular cancer. We thought he was neutered, but they were actually... Oh my god! That is so sad! I am so sorry to hear that. Oh my gosh. Well, that is so tragic. I'm so sorry. Yeah, our not Blaze, but Balto, he had prostate issues, and so when we got him neutered when he was like 6. So he was an intact male for a while. Swelled up and had like this giant lump in his belly. Took him to the vet and they took it out, and then about 2 months after, oh, I'm so sorry. God, and how do you know if you didn't, you know, you would just be like, okay, it's a boy and there's no nuts. So like you wouldn't know. You know. I'm so sorry. That's so terrible. But yeah, so you know, I feel bad having the girl puppy have to have such an invasive surgery, but we can't have an intact male and a in heat female because we don't want puppies and their siblings. So you cannot. We don't need that. And so I've never had a female dog, so I was reading up on what you do, and from my research is that the best time to have them spayed is that you want to wait till they have their first cycle, and then and then get them spayed before they have their next one, and they have them approximately every like 6 months. And it said in large dogs they can have their first one usually around 6 months, but it can take anywhere up to 2 years. So we'll just have to, you know, keep an eye out. I'm gonna need to get those like diapers for her, and she'll probably have to be separated from the other dogs and live downstairs when that's happening, so that the male dogs aren't sniffing all over her. Because and also, like, you know, be out there, you know, when she goes out and potty, because like it'll attract like coyotes and stuff too when they're in heat. And God, I heard it last like 3 weeks. I'm like, geez Louise, that's so long. The poor thing. So yeah. So that's kind of my plan, but again, haven't made it that far, just because, you know, it's all pretty new, hence why we hadn't even been thinking of like puppy names, you know, because like you kind of want to meet the puppy to name it and have like, but it's just all been so like shocking and so exhausting, and then we ended up with 2 of them, and you know, so I'm kind of trying to decide, and Nerva and I like are trying to decide if we want like for the girl like a cute name, like if she's gonna be like something like cutesy like Sprinkles or or Sparkle or whatever, or if she wants like maybe something regal because she's like a little princess, so like name her a lady or Duchess or something like that, you know. Someone my mom thinks it would be cute if we named her Momo, because Nerva and I always called each other Momo. And that's also the name of the newest puppy that PewDiePie has, is Momo. And then Mom said to call her Lil Mizu. And I said that would get too confusing. So yes, keep popping the puppy names up. I have a list somewhere. I thought Nebula would be, if you went with like outer space names, you could name the boy Nebula and call him Neb. Kind of like Echo as a name too. Or we could call him Tater. Ah, hello! Welcome! Hello, how are you doing? Hi! And Meg forgot the raid message. Where am I? You guys are so cute. Platinum Meg, hello. How was your stream? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? What were you streaming? Hello. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Hi, Pretty. How are you doing, Next Zero? Hello. Hi, Meg. How was your stream? Hello, hello. We'll wait for the ad to be over because I genuinely, I don't know. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Depends on which ad you got. Yo, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Poopa Squad. Thank you. Hi, Pretty. Thank you. Ronnie is Hindu for princess. That's cute. That's cute. I like that. I like that. Hi, Jelly. Hello, hello. Hi, welcome. We're your problem now. Yo, they've got a lot of charisma in here. They've got a lot of charisma. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the ad to be over. Waiting for the ad. It's almost over. Welcome. Angel! Welcome. Okay, I think the ad's over. Thank you guys so much for the raid. Hello, welcome. So sorry. The awkward ad break timing. Hi, thank you for blessing us with your community. Hi, Platinum Meg. It's nice to meet you. I'm Mizuki, the 3D VTuber and a Unity engine. So my VTuber is literally a video game. It's nice to meet you guys. How is everybody doing? Pretty hi. Next Zero, hello. Platinum, hello. Hi. Ron, hello. Jelly, hello. How is everybody? Hi. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. We've been just having a super low-key day today because I got 2 puppies over the weekend and we're just talking about it. How was your stream? What were you streaming? Lord of the Lard Butts? Oh my gosh. You're in the right place, my dude. We were talking about projectile poop and I feel like our humor aligns. Perhaps. Welcome! From OBS Crash played Persona 3 Reload. Sorry. No, you're fine. Oh, dude, it's never a stream without some scuff. Dude, it's just par for the course, man. It never fails. It never fails. It never fails. You're always like, yeah, today's the day. We're gonna have a great stream, and that's the day that your OBS is like, I woke up today and I chose violence, and it's for dang certain it does that. When my ad is over, I threaten to wedgie it. Yo, this man understands my humor up in here. That's how you get rid of him. Thank you guys for watching the ad, though. Thank you. If I get another dog, I'm probably going to name it after an anime character. I do love the name Yamato, so Yamamo would be great nickname. And then that's true. And then Lily as well. That could be cute because we have Link, so it could be like Lily and Link. And then Nerva's dog that he's going back home to visit. Her name is Lola. Megan is almost done with Persona 3. We can taste it. Yo, how are you guys enjoying? How are you guys enjoying Persona? Tell me the tea. I've actually never really played a Persona game. I played a little bit of one that hit the PC. Well, I was really bad at it. Really bad. So yeah. She might have fainted. She might have. It happens. Yeah, sorry, I'm big EP. We have 2 Rottweilers. We have 2 Rotties that we just brought home. I was here when Mizu mentioned the projectile poop. Yeah, we have a projectile pooper. It was a traumatic weekend. Love for Link. The Linker Poo! The Husky Linker Poos! Yes, they are siblings. So, I can show you. They were, my parents pretty much brought home our older dog passed away, and there just happened to be puppies nearby. They brought this one home, and then they got home and they were like, do you want the other one? And we already have 2 other dogs, so now we have 4. And I was like, what? And they're like, when we picked him up, she's the last one. She's the runt and has some issues. And they hadn't found a home for her. And the other puppy that's still there is going to be leaving this weekend. And they were like, do you want her? Because we literally had to pull him out from under her to take him home. And we then went back. So we found out we were getting a puppy Thursday. We hadn't even thought about it. On Friday, we got the chunk, him, and then on Saturday, we went and got her, and then all the ride home, she was projectile pooping, and then when she got home, I think they were misleading on the fact that she had a bit of some tummy issues, and all the ride home, she pooped, and it was a mess, and it was very traumatic. I told the story in grotesque detail at the beginning of stream, and then and then we got home, and she walked over, and it was like a water spout out of her butt, and my boyfriend walks over, and he looks, and he says, "Is that pee?" And my mom looks at him, and she's like, "No, it's not." And it was just like a stream, like a 90-degree arc, like it just like a perfect curve. I don't even think that like you men in chat can go and have that strong of a stream. And she had already explosive pooped for 4 hours on the ride home. It was an hour and a half drive, and it took us almost 4 hours to get home because we kept having to pull over, and I live out in the middle, and it was a traumatic drive home. It was, but it was liquid. It was not solid. And yeah, like he's like, we were all just staring there. We were just staring in awe as we saw a hose stream of liquid come out of a 10-pound, 9-week-old puppy's butt, and we just in awe. None of us could say anything except for Nerva, who was like, "Is that pee?" And we're like, no, it's not. And we just stood there, and we're like, and it felt like it lasted forever. So we're trying to help her out. But there's the one, and there's the two. She's very sweet. She whittles. So and then this is the big chunk. This is her. This is my husky. The day we brought one home. This is my husky the next day looking at me like, why? Now there's two. This is my Karen Terrier looking at them and looking at me like, there's two now. Oh my god, I was gagging, and one of the and we're like this. We're in the back, and then the other puppy is in the front, and my dad's holding it, and my parents are busting the fuck up laughing. They're just busting up. They're just laughing their butts off, and I'm like, and Nerva and I are seeing as liquid geysers coming out of her butt, and we're like packing like freaking Chick-fil-A napkins on her butt, trying to do it up, and I'm like, we're holding them, we're screaming, we're like, ah! And we were covered in shit, liquid. I had Chick-fil-A in the car. That stuff got tossed. The fecal matter was everywhere, and there was no saving it, man. There was no saving it. I've never seen so much shit in my life. It was the longest day of my whole entire life Saturday, I tell you what. This Twitch save, I don't know, man. But goddamn, it was truly traumatic. Look how small she is. Look how small she is. She's this short. and also I drew pictures. You know how like when you get in the car in the back seat and you buckle your seat? She somehow hit both of the glory holes to the buckles. And you know there's no getting all that shit out of there. Mom's like, we're just gonna have to let it dry and chip it off later because your hand don't fit down there. She somehow got both buckle holes, both buckle slots in the back seat. then, dude, yeah, dude, the whole car's gotta go. I know. And thank you. Yeah, my parents actually built our house. But just the two of them. These like big beams. Live in a log cabin in Montana. These big beams up here, they placed them, just the two of them, with the machine. But yeah, this is Ty. He's a Karen Terrier. We have the little lady in the Mister, the chunky Mister. She is a runt, and I am a little suspicious about how ready to go home she was. Compared to how they said she was. She has some teeth problems. We're gonna have to look at her bottom jaw. She has a bit of an overbite, but she's very sweet. And then after she pooped her projectile hose poop, I was laying in the grass and she came sprinting over to me and then was like whining and kissing me and laid next to me. And I really think that and her stomach was huge, they overfed the living shit out of her, like, before we took her home. Obviously her stomach was just humongous, like it could pop. And I seriously think she was trying to hold it, because the second we got home, and it took like 4 hours, she just was like, ugh, and like let it go. She peed, she pooped, she did whatever. So yeah. Dude, honestly, at that point, I consider getting the car detailed. Dude, honestly, someday, like, we're gonna be finding secret nuggets of shit for the next 10 years. Like, you're gonna think it's clean, and there's gonna be more somewhere. The God only knows where all the poop went. The car will never be the same. It was... From this, look how small she is, dude. Also, look how tiny. And then this is my husky. There's two now. Like, we put him in the backyard, and he loved when we brought the baby home. And then he came sprinting down the stairs, seeing this one, and then he saw her, and he like, you know when cats like go boing, like he did that. He flared his hair, and it scared him. It scared him. He was like, "There's two. They multiplied." And he's judgmental. This is the boy one. Look at his judgmental face. Look at him. He's judgy. Okay, chat. You have to not judge how ugly I look. Okay, I have alopecia and a lot of health issues, but this video is just too cute. So you have to see it, but don't judge me, okay?
That little squeak.
This is the first day. Look how judgmental he looks.
He looks so like concerned.
It's like, what is wrong with this lady?
I'm out of here. Get me the fuck out of here.
He's like, no freaking thank you, ma'am. And then he also, she understands mirrors and stares at you through mirrors like Linkerpoo does. And they both like to watch themselves on the phone.
What'd you think? Oh, that's your tongue. Look, he's
They like Snapchat.
Is that you? Oh my goodness.
This is the day 2, so that was day 1, and this is on the car to get her. He's coming too, and as you can see, he likes me more this day. Day 1, he was like, "Who the fuck is this weirdo?" And then this day, he's a little bit cuter.
This you.
Look at him.
This you. Whoa. Whoa. This you.
He zoomed the phone in on himself. He said, "I did it. Look at me." So yeah, I don't have very good photos because they're wiggly. But yeah, there's my Karen Terrier just looking at me like, he loves them though. He's been bringing them toys, and yeah, they sniffa. He's just like, man, he loves it. He's like, I have friends my size, and I hate to break it to him because they're not gonna stay that small very long. They're German Rottweilers. Our last one that just passed away, he was 130 pounds. And this was this morning when they were learning to behave themselves in the crate because Nerva was downstairs and I was too tired. I laid and watched YouTube with them and they fell asleep right here. And this is me on the floor. But yeah, anyway, yo, it's nice to meet you guys. Sorry if you have to go de-stream, but yeah, this has been the puppy escapades, and it's been some of the most shit-filled, few hours, the days of my life. I've seen some poops in my day. I used to live on a farm, but I ain't never seen a water fountain poop. Just the shit like that. I tell you what. But yeah, they're both German Rottweilers, and she is the runt, and so yeah, she when we called, they were like, I don't know why she's pooping that much, and bring her back if you want, if you don't want her anymore. And I was like, that's not my point. And I was like, should we bring her to the vet? And they were like, because we're on the car ride where she's projectile shitting everywhere, and 45, like halfway, it's 45 one way, 45 the other way. If we don't stop, should we go back and go to the vet? And they were like, oh, I just do this home remedy. I wouldn't waste the money on the vet. And I was like, okay, well, she's like, but I'll give you a refund if you just want to bring her back. And I was like, that's not why I called. You've been nursing her back to health. And so I think she was a little bit more sickly than I realized. But she's pretty spunky and happily thrashing on her brother. So, I'm just keeping a super special eye on her and working on her because she still has leaky butt syndrome. Thank you so much. She's so might need to get her some diapers. But I'm not even yelling at her for having accidents. And then I let him out. This little shit. I let him out, and then he came in and pissed on my floor, and I crawled over to him and I shoved his face in it and I said, "Did you pee in my house?" And he looks at me. And he cries and is sad, and I was like, no potty in the house. And he bounces back after I let him go, and then he throws himself on the floor, and then he puts his feet up in the air and goes, ow, 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 and then he looks at me, and then he cries, and he's so dramatic, and he's like, I know I'm not supposed to do the naughty thing, but I'm internally tormented because I really want to, but I know I'm not supposed to, and I'm really trying not to. And then he comes over and he wants to nibble me, and he goes to bite, and he opens his mouth, and he throws himself to the floor again because he's like, I know, I can't bite you. Ah! And she walks to the door on her own. Day one. So I didn't teach her that, and they were definitely not potty trained where they were at. So yeah. Theo Wilson, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. But yeah. Yeah. So, yo, I hope your first impression of me goes well. I have IBS, We all shart sometimes. It's just a new level, I thought I knew what an S tier projectile poop could be, and I can say that I've been enlightened that there's more levels to poops than I ever could have imagined. But I enjoyed the yes, please go rest. Oh my god, it was so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for the follow. Please rest well. Thank you so much for blessing us with your community, and I'll have to catch more of your stream, and I hope you have a wonderful ending to your Persona run and stuff. I recall when I first got my puppy, he would just make goobers of poop on the carpet for the first day or two we had them. Yes, I think so. I think car sick and stuff, but they definitely overfed her, and she's been on goat's milk and fortified rice cereal that's like the little granulated ones you give to babies, mixed together till it's thick and creamy, and then with puppy chow on top, trying to get more solid foods. And she had a solid poop, and then she had runs today. So, but if he shits in the house, I'm yelling at him because but she cries when it happens. She doesn't mean to. So it's you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I've never had 2 puppies at the same time, and they got the super big time wrestle going on, but they're gonna get big, and it's not gonna be cute for that long. So I'm working on making them wrestle with the toys and not bite their sibling till the other one starts crying. Because if they do that to Ty or Linkerpoo, they're not going to be happy about it. And so, you know, they're going to be big. But we've had Rottweilers before. This is our 4th and 5th Rottweiler. So, but yeah, we've never had 4 dogs. We've only had 3. And now we have 4. And my parents were adamant that I wasn't going to get another dog. And then they're like, do you want one? And I'm like... Linkerpoo needs a companion if you guys go and take your dog. So I guess because my health hasn't been very good, and I don't think I could. I really want another husky, but I don't think I can handle husky puppy. They're gonna be higher energy than Rottweiler puppies, and it was like, when's the time? He's 9. He's getting older. You know, how long is it gonna be before I find another puppy? And I was like, fuck it, whatever, sure, bring the other one. And then this morning I started crying because of all the shits, and I had to watch them while my parents were out. And Nerva was a bit busy today, and when she got home, my mom got home, and I said, I'm not trying to pawn off my puppy on you. I'm just really tired. I just haven't felt good lately. And she gave me a hug. She said, taking care of one is not much different than taking care of 2. You're not pawning your puppy off. I'll take care of it when you're tired. It's okay. And my mom gave me a hug. Cause like I was like, I'm so weak and I have heart issues, and I was packing each puppy in one armpit to get them out of places they weren't supposed to be. And then I took a nap, and I woke up, and my parents played musical furniture, and they had all the furniture on its side making a little pen because their puppy pen doesn't get here till Thursday. Yeah. They're drama queens, though. He and Linkerpoo will conspire together, joining their drama awoos. Oh, they were. I had a puppy in one crate, and then in the other room, a puppy in another crate. And then Linkerpoo and Ty were going, ow! And then they were going, ow! And it was very overstimulating. But ever since Blaze died, they haven't howled. And that was their favorite pastime, was howling. And they had not done an awoo. And Linkerpoo was just letting it out. He was just letting it out, and I wasn't going to make them stop. I let them awoo for like 10 minutes. They were screaming and screeching, and I was just like, you know what? Get it out, bud. Get it out. I sometimes, too, scream off into a corner with my brothers. So, yeah, it's been... The puppy adventures ensue. Never overfeed any animal unless you want the literally freaking shit fountain spraying everywhere. Dude, that's the thing. Is I think... I shouldn't say this because I'm an influencer and I can have my feelings, but, you know, my words are not private and I'm on the internet. Our last Rottweiler jumped out of a dump truck window and shattered his femur, and we had it fully reconstructed and had 2 surgeries to fix his leg when he was 2. And most people would chop the leg off or put him down. And if you guys know, a lot of large dogs that are this heavy and chunky, they don't live as long when they have 3 legs. And so my parents, my family was so poor during that time. We like got our family to like loan us money and had his leg reconstructed. The previous Rottweiler had cancer, and he blasted down the stairs, and my parents were unloading groceries, and he flipped over a giant thing of toilet paper and threw his knee out. But he was too old to have surgery, and we had a custom orthotics like brace made for him that was like thousands as well. So you know, to us, our pets are everything, and our family and our babies, and we will find a way to pay for it and do it. Linkerpoo had his seizures this summer, And that's just how it is. And I just need to realize that not everybody is as sensitive and worried as I am. So, you know. No, I'm glad. You know what? Lord of the Lard Butts, you and I are kindred spirits. May you have a wonderful, wonderful sleep. It was very nice to meet you. I like the cut of your jib. Have a great night. Also, Mizu blanket, spoilers. I ordered samples before launching them on the website so that we could check them out. There's another one too, the other design. My background, but yeah. But yeah, I don't know if that resonates with any of you guys, but I'm very blessed to be where I'm at. As an influencer, and I feel like, you know, if there was an emergency, I would tell you guys, and we would figure out how to deal with it, you know, with our animals, and it's hard because I don't know if that makes sense. Good night, Milkas. I appreciate you hanging out with us, and I missed you, and I hope you've been well and just doing awesome, and I'm proud of you for all of your band stuff and everything, and sending you lots of love. Here, I'm booping the snout of my cat often, or kiss, right? Like, they're my babies, and I would literally, like, die for my animals. I really would. I know that sounds dramatic. And to me, like, it's a lifelong commitment. You know, of course, Link is my priority. He is a rescue. He has special needs. I hope you had a wonderful concert. And so if he was too upset about her, you know, I would have brought her back. You know, because she hadn't, you know, if she didn't fit. That's just, you know, that's just how it is. Because at the end of the day, I gave my life to him. And for the rest of his life, he needs to do okay. And he's my top priority. But he's falling in love with his little princess. And so, you know, they're so happy to have, you know, what I found. I don't know if you guys have younger dogs and older dogs. But, you know, with our last Rottweiler, he just was too derpy. He was a weird Rottweiler. His dad was mean, and he had odd genetics, and it was very obvious that out of all of our other Rotts we've had, he did not have the same personality, and he was more aggressive, and him and Link did not like each other that much. And so because of this, as he got older, we couldn't play with, like, Ty as much, and we couldn't play with Link because Blaze would get too excited and he could hurt himself because he had a weak back end. And so we had to, you know, really not have a lot of play in our house. And it was pretty sad, I think, for all the dogs. And then when Blaze passed away and they didn't get to see him or whatever, it was very traumatic. So the both, you know, Ty and Link, they're so happy having, like, this fun, energetic, like, life in the house. And even though they're like, oh my god, the babies, like, they're so happy. Ty has been running around, like, instead of, like, wagging his tail, he's so happy his whole body is, like, gyrating. He's just like, look at that, like, he's like, wow, 2 of them now. and Linkerpoo you know, oversees them. He lays on top of the couch and, like, watches, and if one of them needs something, he comes over to me and oohs at me. He's like, your baby needs something, I'm watching them, you better go fix it. You know, Ty is only 3, and he takes him potty. Every time he goes potty, it's like, take your brother potty, and Link's like, fine, and he waits for him, and he walks next to him and takes him. He loves babies. He likes little kids too. She was crying the way you were. True, maybe that's what it is. Maybe dude, the puppies are all sweet and cute when it's just my parents. We must tucker them out. But yeah. Thanks for sharing the bedtime for yes! Go get bed. I can't even move. She took my leg hostage, and then you're like, you might get a dead leg, but you're just, you know, it is what it is. Ah, so many! But yeah, it's been thank you Milkus, thank you. But yeah, so that's why we've had just a talkathon day. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. Well, my poopas, as much as I would love to stay up with you guys, I need to go check on Nerva, see if he needs help packing. And I have barely eaten today, and I finally have become hungry. And so I need to go make some food, and it's midnight, meaning the puppies have been in bed for a while. And I'm probably gonna wake them up. But I want to make sure I'm spending extra special time with what are they doing? I want to make sure spending extra special time with Linkerpoo, and then Nerva is leaving tomorrow till the 18th, so 10 days. And that is gonna upset everybody, all the puppies. You know, Linkerpoo's gonna be extra pissy, so, you know. But thank you guys so much for watching the ad, by the way. So yeah, as much as I want to stay, I want to go make sure Nerva doesn't need help with anything. We don't have to leave early tomorrow, thank God. I think we need to leave at like 3. But yeah, Nerva has to spend I think he's napping in his room. I don't even know if he actually ended up packing. So I have to go be the me and girlfriend and go see. He has plenty of time to pack tomorrow. He woke up at 3 a.m. this morning because he passed out early yesterday after all the puppy stuff. But yeah. But yeah, Pretty, I guess you'll just have to let your leg die of lack of blood, because, you know, it is what it is. Once they claim the spot, you can't move. But thank you guys so much. I will. Thank you, Jin. Thank you. I'm pretty sure I'll stream tomorrow. That's the plan. But thank you guys so much. Join the Discord. Here are the socials. New merch coming soon. Blankets. They're pretty cool. I'm holding it up above my head, and I'm 5'3", and then my arm's stretched out, and it still hits the floor. And so, yeah, I feel like they turned out really cool. We're gonna be rating Sprinkle. She's so cute. Her and Michi are just the cutest. I love them. I never get to catch her stream. She has a new VTuber. Look how cute her VTuber is. Please go give her some love. Thank you guys so much for hanging. I'll try to get some better photos tomorrow, because they're gonna grow up so fast. And thank you for letting me tell my grotesque like toilet stories, because it was something. But you know, it's life. Everybody poops. And, you know, what do you do? You know, everybody poops. And sometimes puppies, they poop a lot. So, but everybody, if you guys could spam the raid message, thank you again to Alma and Hikarin and Meg for the wonderful, incredible raids and everything. Please go give them love. And I will see you guys most likely tomorrow. Definitely in the Discord. So, good night! Everybody go cuddle your puppies. I'm sure I'll have more poop stories soon. Okay, good night.